Oh no, he just took himself out. Hey, what is up, guys? Episode 39. Episode 39.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Episode 39. There's a reason why I said that at the start. We'll find out during this podcast. But yeah, he just took himself out, bro. He just kind of threw himself off the cliff.
Hey man, there's been a whole bunch of that going on lately. But
you heard a cliffhanger. This ain't cliffhanging. This is skydiving without parachute.
Base jumping.
Base jump. Where's my parachute? It's not opening. Splat.
We call that face jumping.
Your parachute is a face jump. No soft landings.
Not at all, bro. Not at all.
Sheesh. What's up, bro? What's on the agenda today? Because I know we got a lot on today, but also how have you been all week? Because time to catch up.
I did pretty well yesterday. So y'all know I go on my beer festival escapades, right?
Yeah, we know, bro.
Yesterday it was a little bit different because I didn't feel right. So I stopped drinking after.
Really? What happened?
I stopped drinking with like an hour left in the festival. You know, I was still kicking it with the fellas and whatnot. But something just kept telling me, nah, just don't drink no more. Don't drink no more. And I didn't drink no more. And I was cool, right? I was there. I was definitely there. I could have kept going. I would normally keep going, but I didn't this time. And the benefits of my job ended up kicking in when it was over.
I know what happened. You right in the subliminals, right at the back, really, really deep in your crevice, you were hearing this. And you was like, I can't get drunk.
Speaking of that, shout out to Allagash Brewing Company. I didn't catch dude's name, but I sat there and had a whole sneakerhead conversation in the middle of the beer festival too.
Really?
Because I had on did I put them back in the box? No, they're right here. I had on my Fearless Ones yesterday.
Oh yeah, I saw that. So that was dope. Those are dope. I still, you know what? My bad. I haven't even worn those yet. I need to wear them.
What? Oh my god, bro!
It's full season. It's full season, bro. And the patent leather sneakers are going to come out. Trust me.
Hey, look, that's why I put them on, because the festival was in the park. So I'm like, shit. I could wear some black shoes, but nah, they're gonna end up being brown. If I wear some white shoes, even if they're leather, then all the stitching and the laces and all that's gonna end up being brown.
Yeah.
I said, and I looked at my stack and I said, this is the perfect shoe to wear at a park because it's patent leather, it's easy to clean, and the tongue and laces are black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So, yes. Yesterday, I too went to a convention, and yesterday my convention was the gin convention. That's my vice. It's not gin. I mean rum convention. That's my vice. Had a lot of rum from like 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock. We're taking shots of rum all day from like 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock, and I have to say I didn't stumble out the building. I kind of majestically walked out, 2 feet standing, and I was like, "Whew!" Now where are we going next?
Yeah, that's how you want to be, bro. Like for anybody that do this type of stuff, you gotta patience, because man, look, you can see it on people's faces when you at the event, and I never want to leave an event like that looking the way some of the people look when they
No, I was good. By the time it was 6, 7 o'clock, I was sobered up. And we was trying to get into this place. It was a nightmare. But yesterday I had my fire red 5s on feet, bro. Look at that, fire red 5s on feet. But I actually, my mate, I'm gonna have a word with my mate. He made me run for the bus with my fire red 5s on. They're not bad.
So nah. It don't matter though. It's an OG, bro. Like when OGs, OGs maintain the same amount of respect from when they were new to when they beat. Just depending on how beat they are. Like yesterday, when I got back from the festival, one of the bros, 99, was doing a get together at his crib for his girl's birthday. So we go there, and I end up wearing these.
Black metallic 5s, bro.
We both end up with OG 5s on, even though I started out with the ones.
Yo,
but
5s.
My ones got so dusty that I didn't want to wear them over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's good.
And it's a good thing. It's a good thing I wore these too, because his puppy. This man got a 8-month-old puppy that's the size of a horse. A pit bull. So it's a good thing I didn't wear my patent leather sneakers, because if he would have scuffed or scratched my patent leather sneakers, 99 would be buying me a pair of Fearless Ones.
But by the way, the OGs are the 5 OGs. The level on them is insane, bro. Is insane. Yeah.
We talked about that a while back. It's just every time you pull them out and you touch them and you look at them, it's like, yeah.
5s are great full sneaker. 5s are a great full sneaker, bro.
Yeah.
So like literally rock them. They're like a mini tank. Rock them, wear them. It just is really, really good for like the winter time. But talking about quality, I want to just quickly show you this, because this review is coming out hopefully on Thursday. But if you know the box, you know what this is.
Yeah.
I didn't notice. I didn't notice that little light purple Jumpman on the front. There's a different box. It's different because they got no cement print on it. But I'll do that in the review. But bro, these. I'm gonna say they're not as vivid in real life, but it's a good thing, right? Yeah. But the winterized freeze, bro, the quality on this actual leather coat is ridiculous.
Yeah, that shit look crazy.
That is ridiculous.
That shit look like a suede jacket, dog.
This is literally, you know those shearling coats, the big shearling coats that you wear. This is the leather on this, and like I'm no capping, the leather on the bro. This.
I bet that shit smells stupid.
So good, so good.
Smell like a Coach bag.
Yeah. So the tongue is like this neoprene like covering, not neoprene, but like this very winterized covering.
Vinyl, what I love, or nylon.
Yeah, not nylon. It's like really thick nylon. It reminds me of the Jordan 12s a bit as well. The actual leather on the top upper reminds me of the Jordan 4 winterized. This tongue reminds me of the Jordan 12 winterized.
The 14s, the winterized 14s had real good leather on them too.
Yeah. Like even the suede, bro. I'm gonna leave this for the review, but like this is a dope sneaker, very dope sneaker. The winterized 3 is so good, so good. Like, bro, like that brown. Imagine wearing like light cream khakis with this. You're killing it. You're literally killing it. This is a dope sneaker. So like this is sitting, which is great, which is lovely, because it means you can get pairs like this, and these are so good, so good. This feels a bit more bulkier because it's a winterized 3, but also because basically it's the layering is thicker, and it feels look at that toe box, it's a bit more clunky. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So basically, I'll do the review for Thursday. I love this sneaker. This is definitely on my feet. I've had three different variations of winterized sneakers. I'll tell you something about this in a bit. You know what this bit here. I'll tell you something about this in a bit. I had the winterized 12s, winterized 4s, and winterized 3s, and they're all dope pairs. You can wear them in full time. You can rock them. As a matter of fact, I probably ran through my winterized 12s quite a bit and had to get rid of them because I've kind of broke them down because I've worn them consecutively for like all the time to work because it's a black sneaker. Winterized 4s, as I told you, is one of them's my date, but one of them's my beta ones, and one of them's there just so I can wear one anytime. So that was a double up. These winterized 3s is another great pair for the winter time. I will definitely be rocking this soon. This is a great sneaker. But all right, cool. You're gonna give me a yellow card, right? See this little bit that goes in the back of this here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of the pull tab. I did a Fire Red 3 video, and if you look really closely with your own feet, you'll see that back panel like this in the video. It's good that you didn't notice, bro. It's good that you didn't notice because I totally forgot that 3s have that on the back tab, and I wore them, and and when I was doing the walk around in the video, this was starting to fall out. And then after I did my own feet, one of them fell out, and I was like, "What is that?"
I ain't never bought a pair of 3s. They got that in the back of it.
Nah, the new ones do. The new ones do. And they never used to do them before, but the Fire Red 3s were the first time. No, the dark iris was the first time I saw them on there. I don't think the Fire Red 3s had them, but the dark iris, and now this is the winterizers.
No, the Fire Reds came. I don't think the Fire Reds got it.
No. You're right. The Fire. I think my video for that was the dark iris that had the little tab at the back. It was so funny. I was like, I'm not going to do the on feet again. I can't be bothered. I'm just gonna keep it like that. Yeah. Nobody cares. Nobody saw. Nobody reported me.
Hey, I ain't see that, but I saw this.
Yo, bro, this is not Shoe Dogs React. This is not Shoe Dogs React. Oh, bro, that's
Mischief AC1 walking boot.
Okay, they call it AC. Okay.
Why? What?
Yo, bro, you know what's really funny? It's not. You can't even use it for medical. You can't use it for medical purposes anyway.
If you could, then why is it considered a fashion item? Like, I mean, who doing walking boots? I see people in walking boots all the time, bro. They don't look like they're happy to have a walk. I see people with a walking boot on one leg and a Jordan 1 or Air Max or New Balance or a Yeezy or whatever, on the other foot because they don't want to be wearing the walking boot. They want to be wearing the pair, but they can only wear one. So why would you buy a pair of walking boots? Like you're not trying to match the walking boot. You want to be wearing both left and right side of your sneakers, not two walking boots.
Yeah, it's not really a walking boot if I'm honest, right? Because what it really is a fashion statement for a walking boot.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, you can walk in them. You can literally walk in them. They flex like a normal sneaker.
Look at this guy.
As a matter of fact, let me just share something. Like I'm gonna try and share this with you, bro. Let me just share this, right? I want to show you this video. I'm gonna mute it because I don't want any let me just take this off 2 seconds because we know what happened last time. Give me 2 seconds, bro. And so we know the boot itself is designed for walking. It is literally designed for walking, bro. No word of a lie.
I don't understand, bro. Why this is happening?
You tell me, bro. You tell me. That's just ridiculous.
You know what? Like, you know what? I will tell you. This is real sneaker high fashion. This is not Margiela or Balenciaga or Amiri. This is not high fashion brands stealing or trying to trying to be a part of the sneaker culture. This is the sneaker culture doing wild shit like high fashion brands do. So I'm not a fan of it, but I understand it. I get it.
I don't like literally.
I get it because mischief has established itself as
being mischief.
Yeah. So this is. I mean, look at the packaging. It's bubble wrap, bro.
You can flex it like I hope this lady that's showcasing this from high sobriety is basically
you can pump it up.
Showcasing. Yeah. And you can walk with it, bro. You literally can walk with it. You can flex with it. It's not a medical boot. It's an interesting take. I like we don't mind innovation, but like you've got. Let me just show you. You've got this whole advertisement on how it's trendy. Like being injured is not trendy, bro.
No, it's gonna be trendy. And we've already established and
look at the posters. Look at the posters for this, bro.
Yeah, I mean, come on, bro. That's what I'm saying. Look at this guy. Look at his fit, bro. Like who dressed? If you ain't a rapper, you ain't dressing like that, bro.
Yo, I won't be surprised if rappers start wearing this.
No, it's. I don't know about this one. Somebody is though. Somebody
definitely.
There are a select few people that really do this. Now with the cover on it, it looked more reasonable.
Yeah.
But it's wild, like I ain't with the wild style stuff like that. So
okay, so basically I'm gonna read this. We're collectively offensive. Basically, I'm just gonna read from there. No longer let's push the envelope on the footwear. What footwear is? Footwear should be anything that you wear on your feet. So basically,
that's true.
Made of flexible mold rubber. The Mischief AC1 has features you'd expect from an average sneaker, including ankle support from a durable airbag sole unit, a grippy high traction outsole, and a removable water resistant bootie. So basically, it sounds like it's a medical shoe, but not a medical shoe. And I just hope that people that injured injure their foot don't wear this, because it's going to be a problem.
No. Because ain't no. I mean,
if you broke your foot, don't go and put some mischief on your feet.
Nah, bro, that ain't. I doubt it's approved by any doctor that you're gonna talk to. Nah, bro. I mean, it might be comfortable, whatever the case is, but and for $450, bro.
Come on, bro. Like, what the hell?
I mean, this is beyond Mars Yard right here.
Yeah, mind you, most of the people that the Mischief showcase on this is geared to kids that are like 12, maybe 15, maybe 18.
Man, please, ain't nobody kids. Bro, come on, bro, get out of here, man. Ain't gonna be no resale on that. So if you spend your $450 on those, you're gonna be waiting a very long time.
Oh no. Is that I forgot to mention that is $450.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous. Like,
hey man,
I'm lost for words.
Hey man,
I'm literally lost for words. What the hell? What the hell is that?
Hey man.
Shit, bro.
I got a question. I got a question for you though.
What's that?
How good is it to be Nigel Sylvester?
Bro, this is the other thing I was going to bring up today.
How good is it to be Nigel Sylvester, bro?
That's dope. That you know what? I'm gonna say the sequel is better than the prequel.
So this is the first one for those of us that's watching. The first Nigel Sylvester Air Jordan 1 high, distressed all over with the mini swoosh on the toe. Like people, this is a grail level sneaker for a lot of people. I can't disagree. It's got the pre-distressed bottom and all that. Kind of similar to the what we're gonna get with the Lost and Found Chicago. As far as the sole. But this week, Mr. Sylvester, who is known for rocking the most exclusive Nike SBs and Jordan, he got the Jordan 4 SBs. He did them. He did them like 3-4 weeks ago on IG. Like, you know, he get the samples. He's a wear tester because he is a professional athlete. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He does the most. Follow him on Instagram, bro. His videos are live. He one of the best extreme sport athletes, I think, in recent times. Okay. But yeah, man, these black Nigel Sylvester Jordan 1s are a problem.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna say this, they're better than the first ones.
Yeah.
I like them. I'm drawn to them more than the first pair. I haven't got the first pair. I was tempted to actually get them. I was tempted to get them a couple of months. Maybe the start of this year. I was actually eyeing up the Nigel Sylvester Jordan 1s, but now I'm like, I want those instead. I want the black pairs instead. You know what really kills it is that red bottom. That red bottom on that. It's just so dope.
Like, I mean, it's the flip of the first one. You know what I'm saying? Because he did the black tongue, black laces, and this one got the. I mean, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy, and he does it the right way. I don't know if it's up to. I don't know who it's up to, but Nigel Sylvester does it the right way, and it's been space. You know what I'm saying? It's been time. His what he does as far as his profession speaks for him. Mm-hmm. You know, he quiet. He pretty quiet as far as words, but he let his actions speak, bro. And this sneaker right here, just another example of that. So I rock with Nigel Sylvester the long way. I'm rocking with this sneaker the long way also. It's gonna be hard to get, man. I mean,
definitely. And then Nigel Sylvester's first pair came out 4 years ago.
Exactly. So from you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like the mystique of that shoe is had all these years to breathe and grow and resonate with the culture. And now
it's a classic. It's a classic. That the first pair is going for like £650 in my size. So right. for like that has had the right amount. I would say the Nigel Sylvester Jordan 1. All right, cool. We talk about the Union ones, right? You know the Union ones. We had 2 of those. We had a couple of years back. We talk about the Union ones, and they're grails. How do you feel about Nigel Sylvester being his first Vetro being up there?
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And this one gonna be there too. Hopefully, yeah, because the culture is a little different. So I think the respect level on certain stuff ain't where it should be based on.
These are going to be a problem. These are definitely going to be a problem.
Yeah, easily a problem.
But what I'm trying to say is, we got the Union ones. I think they're the most iconic outside the OGs. They're the most iconic grails. The Union ones, right? For Jordan ones. I would say Nigel Sylvester. I would say Nigel Sylvester. It's arguable. But in terms of collaborations, it's one of them.
I mean, Jordan 1, it's the first thing I think about.
Yeah, the Jordan 1 Union is probably better than the Jordan 1 not for resale, hands down. I would also argue with the New Beginnings pack. Also, I would also argue they're probably better than the 85 cut Jordan 1s in terms of what they represent. Also, but when we talk about Nigel Sylvester's release, and I'm talking about this white pair first, and now we've seen this black pair, I think it's not far behind that Union pack. Me personally, because I think that Nigel Sylvester first iteration with that like that de-stress, decreased everything, vintage look, all almost yellow with a red bottom and black, like I said, black tongue, white laces, and black inner lining. That to me is a very iconic, rare sneaker that you don't see a lot of people talking about either.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the one. And now we've got this new black iteration, and you're like, oh damn, wow, where did that come from? I would say both of that. If that releases, I'm not being a hype beast or anything, but I think like in general that pack, if that black pair comes out soon or next year, those two are not on par, but chasing the Union one in terms of growth status. Because for me personally, the Union pack, if you're a Grail enthusiast in terms of Jordan 1, the Union pack is a must have, and this comes shortly after.
Because I think Union got this 2-1.
What do you mean?
Union got this pack 2-1, but both the Union ones versus this black one, because I like this black one better than the white one. Yeah. So I'll give it a Union the edge 2-1.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's not far behind. That like if you think about this is very blasphemous, but if you think about the Travis Scott ones or the Travis Fragment ones, or if you talk about the resells, in terms of that's proper hype beast level. Like, see what I'm saying? But I ain't heard a lot of people talk about the Nigel Sylvester Jordan 1, the original white version. This new black version.
I would say the New Love pack is ahead of this. Yeah. Because I mean, it was 4 colorways. It's a lot of ones, bro. It's a lot of ones that I think give this pack a run for its money. But this black one, I think this black one alone, I think is pretty high up.
Yeah. I think in terms of being a pack, this black one slightly carries the white variation, but the white one is super dope anyway. Like from my perspective, I would say, yeah, good. That's an excellent collaboration. That is dope.
Yeah,
I like that a lot. Yeah,
that's killer.
now imagine both of them together. Like, that is just dope.
I don't even want the white one. I just want the black one. I ain't gonna front. I just want the black one, bro. That's hard, dog.
Yeah, you know what? It's like a yin yang. It's like a yin yang. One of the yin yangs. But with the red outsole.
Yeah, we waiting on details, man. I mean, he wearing them, so he gonna drop them. I mean, not he gonna drop them. They gonna drop them because he want them out there. He want them skated. He want them road. He want them rock. He want them on the street. You know what I'm saying? So shout out Nigel Sylvester, man.
Yeah. I'm
speaking of high end, bro. I wanted to show you this because this to me is proper high end sneaker action. You know what I'm saying? Mosh is that's the couple episodes ago we was talking about customs, the Black Panther customs.
Yeah.
How weak the Black Panther Adidas was, and it was Mosh. Mosh is the guy that's out. One of the guys that's out here. He's on a shoe surgeon type level. You know, everybody knows shoe surgeon. You know your Vic Almighties and like the real big customizers that's doing really crazy work, DMC Customs and guys like that. Mosh, bro, this is I really like this shoe.
Is this the Freddy Krueger version of the shoe? Yeah, the Mosh runner.
Yeah, because Mosh got his own brand, so I've never really looked at any of his stuff, to be honest with you, because I know a lot of it be real pricey. But this here, this is worth looking into for me. This is crazy. This is how you do high-end sneaker. Balenciaga and Margiela and all them, they need to pay attention if they want to impress us, this is how you do it right here. I mean, come on, bro. Look at them on feet.
They're dope. They're dope. But I'm going to show you something even more doper. Not I can't say dope, more doper. I'm going to say equally as dope as
these 300. He won 300 for these, by the way, and I get it. I get 300 for this versus 300 for a J Balvin Jordan 2.
Yeah, I get 300 for this rather than 450 for a medical shoe.
Exactly. It's a fake metal, a costume
fufu medical shoe.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna share this with you, bro. Look at that, Cool Kai coming in with another.
Bro, I saw these.
Yo, bro. Like I told you, equally as dope. Yeah. I'm gonna say like this. I'm gonna say this reminds me of the what do you call it? Who's that? Zion 2, sorry. Zion 2 videos.
Yeah,
this reminds me a bit of Zion 2 videos.
This the Scarecrow. Scarecrow Cool Kai.
Bro, look at the glow.
That's glowing hard too.
Yeah, and the back of that. Hey,
yeah,
that's dope. I love Halloween sneakers, and we will be talking about Halloween sneakers hopefully on the 30th of October when we record. But like, bro, that is dope, bro.
The Argyle on that back tab, man. I mean, on that heel.
Yeah, it's the Scarecrow Kai. These are nice. These are actually nice. I like unique looking sneakers. This is definitely one of them. And shout out to Cool Kai for doing that, because this is amazing. This is absolutely phenomenal.
For sure, man. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna reach out to Rick and see if, because I know he gonna get these. I know he gonna have his hands on these. He get all the Kais, so I'm gonna reach out to him and see if I can't get a pair of those for us to look at.
Yeah. Rick, if you're looking at this, give us a pair of those Cool Guys.
Now he get his hands on everything, bro. He got the locks. Actually, he got the locks. Cool Kai collab, and he got them signed by the whole group. So
yeah. So next up. You showed me this. You know what? It's unfair because you wasn't going to show this, but you showed me this outside of the. This one, I know this is going to sit. This is going to sleep. This is going to be sitting. This is going to go on sale. But that's 312. That's hard.
Yeah, the 312 is lasting, bro. It's lasting longer than I thought it would. Because
I got the Toro Bravos. I got the Toro Bravo 312. Bro,
yeah, I had the bread 312 low. I actually got rid of it. Gave it to one of my partners, but this. So you remember the Chicago 312 a couple of months ago?
Yeah.
And it's been selling out. I've seen 312s on feet, out in public and whatnot, and they not going away. And this colorway.
Are we saying this is the next Spizike?
I think so. I think it's close enough to Spizike level for it to last.
So are we also saying that Jordan Brand flung enough shit on that wall and one of them actually sat and said stuck?
Look, bro, and look. I'm going. I got something to talk to you about off camera too, but the 312 is not for us. It's for the French, for the casual. You know what I'm saying? Like, we pick and choose because we see everything. So we
no. Don't get me wrong, bro. I like the 312. I like the medicine.
No,
312.
I do too.
I'm just my whole quote of they threw enough shit on the wall and something actually stuck is the fact that they've thrown so much things out there in terms of different silhouettes, different colorways, different variations, different this, different that, and finally something like the Spizike is actually like popular. And don't get me wrong, I've been looking at the Spizike for quite a while. I like
the 312 better, way better than the Spizike.
I'm
a 5 guy. I don't like the 5.4 thing
Yeah.
On the Spiz, like it don't work for me.
I kind of think it's very vintage looking and rare. You don't see it a lot out there, which is a great thing, because when you wear it, people are going to be look at it like, oh damn,
I
what the hell
see
is that?
Spizikes. I see Spizikes.
I don't see Spizikes here, bro. But like because obviously we live where we live, and you live in the States, which is more popular. But I don't see a lot of 312s out there either. And if I wore my Toro Bravo 312s, people would be like, what are those? Because they don't understand. Well, they don't understand it.
If you get this shoe and you already said you want this shoe,
yeah,
I kind of want it too.
It's a point of it's a point of I want it to. I will have it. That's my state. You know what actually did this for me with that sneaker is that sole. Like look at the gum sole.
Gum bottom. Yeah,
it's that gum sole, that gummy sole is so good. I love the fact that the aqua blues on that swoosh and that strap. It looks like it's got some red deep Chicago coloring on the eyelets and the tongue as well. Bro, the gray on that. You know me and Gray already, bro. Like we have an interesting marital relationship. Me and Gray.
But see me, I'm so matchy, bro. I would want to find a shirt with at least the red, the blue, and the gray in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and I'm gonna find it too.
You know the t-shirt you're actually wearing, bro. If you got it in that, in that like that almost
in
like
gray.
In gray or even in like white, Boys in the Hood. If you got that t-shirt in gray, because the red goes and the blue goes, but if you got that t-shirt in gray or that light white, creamy white, bro, that's the fit you need for that.
Yeah.
That sneaker to me personally, people are gonna look at this and say, "Oh, I'm off my rocker," but 312s are dope, bro.
Yeah, man. Don't know, bro. Listen, man. I don't knock nobody for the way they feel, and
as a matter of fact, anybody that's saying that, you get a yellow card. I don't care. I'm shouting you out. I don't care if you don't like my opinion on the 312, then I think that's actually really dope. I don't care. So you just get this yellow card. Hang with it, sit with it, smell it, love it, eat it. I don't care. I really don't care. That 312 is dope, and I have a massive appreciation for 312. That sneaker's dope. That sneaker's absolutely dope. The way that's like I didn't too mind for the Don C's at all. The Don C 312s. I like the Toro Bravos. I like the Medicine Balls. To be honest, I like the Toro Bravos. I got it, and I've worn it like 3 or 4 times. But I regret not getting the classic colorways of that 312 because they went on sale, but my mindset wasn't there to accept that silhouette at that time. See what I'm saying?
Right. The royal toe colorway, the highs, the royal colorway. That was one of the Don C's, right? The royal.
Yeah. Even the black with the elephant print, bro. Like holy.
Yeah, the bread.
Bro.
I didn't like the bread too tough. I like the white one more. But my favorite 312 is the Midnight Navy.
Yeah.
We talked about that before in the podcast. That Midnight Navy 312, bro. It's just dope as hell to me. But we talk about big cap, right? The cap is real, bro. The big cap is real on the Jordan 2.
I see that. I see the touch. You know what? Bro, I didn't even see the price on that when it kind of came out. They didn't show us the price in the UK.
200 over here, so
yeah, so it's gonna be 190 over here.
So
what's the big cap on this, bro?
We predicted the Jordan 2 wave around the time, the Alma Mater and the Union and all that. We knew it was coming. We kept seeing them pop up, the J Balvin. We heard about the Chicago 2 coming back, and we called it cap, and we was right. The Chanel Abney. This is a women's colorway, by the way. The Titan Jordan 2 Low is a women's colorway, and I opened sneakers yesterday. I ain't heard nothing about this shoe, bro. I ain't seen no no type of articles about it, no posts about it. And I open sneakers and I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. I heard about the 218. We know the 218 Jordan 2 low is coming, right?
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
But what is this?
I know about the Titan. I knew the Titan. I knew that green colorway you were showing a couple of months back. I realized that was coming out. I've seen this orange. I've not seen this orange one as much. I've
Shelf
seen
life.
Yeah, bro. I've seen them. There's three variations coming out at the moment.
This is almost like the first thing I thought about when I saw it was the Mason Chateau.
Yeah.
But I think this is way cleaner than the Mason Chateau.
What do you think? What do you think is gonna happen? What do you think is gonna happen to these? Because I know what's gonna happen to them in the UK.
They're gonna sit over there.
Yeah, they're gonna sit over here.
They'll sell here. I don't know how quick or how because ain't no hype on these.
No,
ain't nobody talking about these, bro. And I really like this shelf life. I think I like this shelf life more than I like the 218. And I don't like this much white on the shoe normally, but the 2 low, I think the 2 low silhouette is this colorway really hard on this too. Suede. Look at the suede, bro.
I don't see the Titan on ours at the moment. On our actual release calendar.
Yeah, we got all 3 of these. The Shelf Life, the Titan, and the 218 all on the 21st of October. I like the 218 sample better.
I like that. You know what? I like that brown.
The story though. The story on this sneaker is crazy.
Go tell us the story,
bro. 218 is out of Detroit. Oh, not sorry. Yeah. Detroit. They out of Detroit. And this shoe is a reflection of the Flint water crisis. Where in Flint, Michigan, they've been dealing with dirty water for years now, and it's ridiculous. And so if you look at this sneaker, the different shades of brown on it tell the story of the dirty water crisis in Flint. But in particular, the outsole is representative of where it is versus where they want it and need it to be.
Okay, I actually
the brown gradient into the ice blue is pretty much the dopest thing about this sneaker. When you take the story into consideration, bro, I mean, this is great storytelling right here.
Yeah. I actually thought that was like a glass of water where you spit, like the water rises to the bottom and the silk drops to the bottom and the water rises. So I thought that was the actual inspiration for that. But yeah, I can understand this is where it is. This is where it needs to be. Right. Have they not sorted out that crisis at all at the moment?
No, bro, it's still going on.
Shit, that's been years now.
Right, long time, bro. So I really appreciate. Once I got the story behind, the design, it just made me appreciate it more. However, I do still like that Shelf Life pair better aesthetically, but
yeah,
I ain't got no problem with that one.
I do like the brown on this. I do like the brown on this, to be honest.
And that leather look ridiculous on that too.
Yeah, that looks like some winterized pea leather.
Yeah, yeah, probably is.
Probably is. It's the scrap bits of the winterized pea. All right, cool. Next up, I'm surprised we haven't got all of those Jordan 2s, but like Jordan 2s are. I think the Titans and the 218s might be limited to you guys, if I'm honest.
I don't know.
Let's see what happens with that.
Y'all probably get them in clothing and probably get them. Few boutiques will probably get them in clothing. Get everything.
Yeah. Next up, bro, is this. You showed me this week. This is the crazy one in snakeskin, and you said something about this. You did say something about this.
Yeah, they took. It's like a Yeezy Kobe to me.
Yeah, it does. Yo, bro. Now you mention it, it does look a bit like the zebra, doesn't it?
Yeah.
With the stripe, the way the stripe is going through.
Yeah, it's got the snake pattern, but the striping it reminds me so much of the 350s.
The zebra, yeah, and especially the toe. You see this little toe box. You know, with the Yeezy 350s, it's got that stitching down the middle, right?
Right.
And it comes all together in the center of it. It does look like that. So you know what? That's a huge cap because bro, you pointed out like I didn't even realize until I saw him. I was like, okay, looks like some 11s, like some snakeskin 11s. And then he was like, no, bro, it looks like a 350 zebra. I was like, shit, you know what? You're right. You know what? You're right. And on that note, like I say, yellow card to you, Adidas, for keeping up that whole agenda on Kanye West at the moment by copying his stuff. I mean, we love it when you're consistent like this.
Yeah, it keep us talking.
Yo, that's. I don't know. This is Kobe's first original signature sneaker, the crazy one.
Yeah,
he had that then before he had a couple before he moved on to he had the EQT off that, didn't he? Before he moved on to like Night Brand.
Yeah, he had a bunch of silhouettes, but actually they auctioning off one of his game worn sneakers, one of his game worn Adidas. At some point, I just saw the story a while back. So Adidas they back in the Kobe business. You know, Vanessa blessed them. So
that's good. That's good. As long as they got her permission to do so.
Yeah, that's why they've been bringing back the silhouettes. You know, they're not maintaining his namesake, so to speak. They have changed the names of them. I don't keep up with it enough to know exactly which ones were something different, but a lot of his stuff is coming back out. A lot of the silhouettes that was attached to Kobe is coming back out.
It's good. Like I think if you're a Kobe fan, it's really good for you guys because basically it means you can pick up the sneakers or pick up the silhouettes in different variations. I'm love and respect for that. I definitely do because basically it means like you still paying tribute to such a great person, such a great athlete, and it was taken away in his prime. And like even though he was done with the NBA, he still was in his prime. He was gonna go places and do stuff. So from that perspective, yeah, I kind of respect what a lot of people are doing in terms of like Nike doing what they're doing with the Kobe brand, agreeing it with Vanessa, and also obviously with this as well. The Adidas is doing their things as well. But like, let me just say, to auction his first worn Adidas. Like for his actual voice, was it his first career sneaker or first game played sneaker?
I don't think it was the first.
Okay,
here it is right here. It's just one of his game worn. It's definitely not the first, but it is one of his game worn sneakers that's going up for auction.
The KB8. Okay, yeah, okay, that's understandable. I was going to take a little joke on it just to say that Adidas is building their little lawyer fund at the moment.
Hey man, it depends on who own it. Let me see. This is supposed to be okay. Here we go.
Okay, start
23,000, and then we got 4 days left on the auction, so it's gonna go up. It's definitely gonna go up.
It's a bit of an eBay auction, isn't it? So like it counts down the days rather than being a Sotheby's where you just basically come.
Whoa, this is his first All-Star game sneaker. That's definitely going up past 23,000.
Sheesh, that's something crazy.
That's definitely going up past 23,000, bro. Kobe Bryant's first All-Star game worn sneaker.
Yeah,
that's going. I say at least 50, bro. If I own that pair, I wouldn't let it go for less than 50.
Yeah, I think it will go up to be about at least 150,000.
150?
Yeah, I think it will. I think
we're gonna have to watch this. I'm gonna bookmark this site. So we
got 4 days. Let's keep track of that. Okay, on that precise note, because we just talked about All-Star games. I got loose shoes enough for you, bro. Today it is we're gonna have a look at. We're gonna do it a bit different. We're gonna divide the years into 4 months. So we got January, February, March, April. Yeah. May, June, July, August. Yeah. September, October, November, December. Right. You got three choices there. 4 months. And the name of the game is to give me what month you would lose for sneaker releases. What month would you lose for? What month would you choose for sneaker releases, and what month would you dump for sneaker releases? So you got to remember, within that segment of 4 months, you got January, February, March, April.
No. I got you. So we're going in thirds instead of quarters.
Yeah, we're going in thirds instead of fourths. Would you lose the first third, the second third? First quarter, second quarter, or last quarter? And
it's still
remember, it's still third. Yeah, sorry, it's thirds. Yeah, one talking quarters. Third, one third, 2/3, and 3/3. So
you answering this one too. So
I'm going to answer it, but let me just remind you of the key facts here. During one of those months, you've got All-Star Weekend.
I know, bro. You ain't got. I already know.
During the other months, you got Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
Yeah.
And all the full releases, right?
Yeah.
And the middle month,
this all the summer, spring releases. I already know.
So what you choosing? What you losing? What you dumping, bro?
So I'm choosing. I'm choosing.
It's difficult, isn't it? I literally thought this. I had this thought about an hour before the podcast.
I have to choose the third.
We know why, bro. Because Cyber Monday is the month, bro.
Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and holiday 11s, and whatever the holiday ones are. That's another thing too, because holiday ones are. I got to keep that in mind. Okay, so I'm choosing the third. I'm losing. I'm losing the second third and dumping the first third. Because
you're dumping.
I'm thinking about when, like, we get a lot of OGs in early spring and summer.
Okay.
In recent years, we get a lot more OGs than we do in the beginning of the year. Like All-Star, and let's be honest, All-Star has been kind of a letdown for the past couple of years.
Yeah.
And you can blame it on whatever you want to blame it on, but All-Star has been like the All-Star dunks and the Jordan 1 mids, and not like, come on, bro.
Okay, let me
LeBrons and KDs and the Kyries, like, come on, bro.
Yeah, but let me give you a couple.
No, I know New Beginnings pack, all that,
Black Cement Freeze,
the Fearless
Freeze,
the Fearless, but Cardinal threes, bro. No,
UNC ones, off white, the Muslims. Yeah, bro. There's been quite a bit, even with the varsity
OGs though.
Yeah,
we don't get OGs for All-Star. We get OGs in the spring and summer.
So you're choosing the last quarter. You're dumping the first quarter, and you're choosing the last third, dumping the first third, and losing the mid third.
Yeah, because I want the 11, and I'm thinking more about this year. My choice was more about this year.
Okay, that's a good state.
The Chicago 1s and 2s and the Cardinal 7s.
Yeah, I would if it was on this year, then I would agree with you. Like I would take the last third, and then to dump the first third and keep the middle third. But in general, I would say I basically would keep the last third for myself again, but I dump the mid third. and keep All Star, and I would choose the last third, lose the first third, and dump the mid third.
Yeah, I started to go there, but when I thought about the OGs that we get in the summer and the comebacks, like the fours, lightning fours, and Flint 13s and Raging Bulls, all that stuff came in the hot season. So that's what made me lose. Yeah. I would choose that, but we get 11s in the wintertime. So I don't want to miss on no more of the 11s that I really want. So when they bring back the Space Jam eventually, and they bring back the cap and gown, or something like that. The win like 96, the win like 92, the Legend Blue. I don't want to miss none of this stuff. So
the Legend Blues. I'm glad I told Alex not to buy.
I got a question for you though. I got a question for you. What if Jordan Brand decided to put Jordan 1s on the Jordan 11 schedule?
It's looking that way. Let's just put the pattern bread 1s came out last year, and they were to me personally, there's always going to be one sneaker that's the holiday sneaker of every year. We've seen it with the Concords, we've seen it with the bread 11s, we've seen it with the cool grey 11s, we've seen it with the pattern bread 1s last year. We're seeing it with the Chicago ones this year, because the cherry 11s. Nobody's talking about the cherry 11s. Next year, I don't see a Jordan 1 going to be as popular as a release next year. In that whole full time, I think the Legend Blue 11 is going to basically take that one holiday sneaker next year, because everybody's going to be wanting that. But it's happening, bro. It's happening.
I'm talking about once a year, twice a year.
In 5 years' time, it's going to happen. I know, not to that extent. I think we'll see every third. We'll see 1 or 2 Jordan 1s.
Like we get lows and mids throughout the year, just like regular. But there's only one Jordan 1 high OG release for men and one for women, just like they do 11 highs.
I don't think that's gonna. I don't think they will do that.
What if though?
Because what if? Well, it means less money we spend on Jordan 1s in the year.
Do you think it will restore the presence of the Jordan 1 in the culture?
Yeah, it will. It will, because you're not oversaturating the market. You're withdrawing the market spectrum from a lot of people that really want that silhouette. I know every time that silhouette comes out, the rarity of a Jordan 11 coming out is everybody looks forward to a Jordan 11 coming out. Even the midnight navy 11s and the cherry 11s, even though they're not super hyped, I think they will shift. Those pairs will shift. Even though I don't like either of them, I think those pairs will shift, because we don't get a lot of Jordan 11s. Jordan 11s is a full-time sneaker.
It's a commodity.
It's a commodity, and like if you treat every single silhouette like that, like if you treat popular silhouettes like that, they become a commodity. You're always going to attract, and you're always going to sell out. But the commercialism with Jordan Brand is not going to allow that ever. But I see what you're saying. Definitely, if they did that, that would be a situation for every single Jordan 1 release. And like you could, and if
people will panic, bro.
Yeah. But then people Jordan Brand will just lap it up, because basically they could create 2 or 3 holiday sneakers like that. The Jordan Brand will lap it up because they will produce 1 million Jordan 1s for full time. They will sell out, and the estimate cost on that is basically when you pull 1 million sneakers out, they all sell out. You make extra profit, and then it's almost like a conversion of a holiday sneaker to a holiday month, where you just release all these different commodity silhouettes. Jordan 1, Jordan, even if it's Jordan 2 Chicago or OG, you'd release maybe a Jordan 4 or a Jordan 11. Imagine like November, December time, you got all the like a Chicago, like we're getting this year, Chicago 1, get Chicago 2, you get bread 4, and they give you like a Legend Blue 11 all the way through the month, like 1 month, like that. That is a stupid month. And if they produce if you produce like 1 million pairs of all of those and they all sell out, imagine, bro, you've sold 4 million units of sneakers of popular silhouettes, and it's a commodity to get them, and they all sold out. Imagine the profit levels on that.
I don't think we should go that far. I was, when I thought about that, it was more about the one, because we keep saying it's been a couple of years now. People have been saying one's oversaturated. The hype has been quote unquote dying on ones for a while, but now we're really seeing it.
But when we said it, when we were talking about this a couple of years back, or maybe 2 years back, when we said this, there's too many Jordan 1s, it's oversaturated. What the whole hype has caught up with the Jordan 1 now, because basically it's not as popular as it was 2 years ago. So when we were saying don't do this, Nike, don't do this, Jordan brand, because you're oversaturating the market, you're going to create this Jordan 1 hype is going to die, and you're going to have these sneakers sitting. Lo and behold, after COVID, 2 years past COVID, 2-3 years past COVID, they're sitting. Like literally, they're sitting everywhere. Like except for if it's a very hype collaboration, every other Jordan 1 sitting. You can even get the what do you call them? The all white with red swoosh. What common with heritage ones. You can get the heritage ones now, bro. Months after, you can get the taxi ones now. We got months after. We said this. It's happened. So creating a commodity of a sneaker that's overly saturated is the only way to draw back some of that exclusivity to that sneaker. So it could be a possibility. It's not out of the realms of Jordan brand to do that either. But the thing is, with the Jordan 1 at the moment, you've got the comfort, you've got the Zoom comfort, you've got the lows, you've got the mids, you've got the 80. Bro, on a serious level, you got the 85. You got the 85 cut. Then you've got the new reimagination cut. Then you've got the OG. So if you think about it from that perspective. There's so many different variations of that Jordan 1, and they've created this off their back, because basically they've given you the 85 cut, they've given you the reimaginations, they're giving you the OG cut, they're giving you different silhouettes, they're giving you different colorways, different designs. And it's almost like we're going to give you constantly. We're going to give the COJP, even though, like, let's just talk about the COJP. When that originally came out, it was super limited. When it actually re-released, they released loads more pairs. You've got the Midnight Navy, you've got the Silver Pack. Then they even released a different variation of that COJP, which is the Bordeaux variation, but they don't call it a COJP, but it looks like a COJP. They did the Biohacks, which is another sneaker that looked like a COJP because of that silver tick. Then they're releasing the Gorge Green, which is another variation of a potentially linked to the COJP, but it's not COJP because of the tongue is not leather. It's still got the bubble on the actual wings logo. It's still got the silver tick. It's almost like you're creating so many little niches within the Jordan 1 that you can never claw it back to being exclusive, because it's like, how do I go from releasing all of these variations, all of these reimaginations, all of these like high cuts, OG 85 cuts, to now just producing like one silhouette, one release every year? I don't think that's possible, unless in the year rotation, and unless in the year rotation, what they end up doing is 1 month to give you an 85 cut, the next month to give you a Zoom comfort, the next month to give you a comfort, the next month to give you a reimagination, the next month to give you an OG, the next month to give you a couple of silhouettes. That's the only way I can see it going, because at the moment, a lot of people are fed up. Like, a lot of people are fed up with the Jordan 1. That's based on how easier it is to pick them up. That's based on the fact that there's loads more pairs out there of different color blockings, different kind of variations, different kind of looks and styles, aesthetics, and blah this and blah that. And on top of that, we mentioned the collaborations, bro. We have not mentioned like the Nigel Sylvester collaboration that we looked at earlier. We haven't even mentioned the Travis Scott collaboration that keeps coming out, keeps giving, and it will eventually stop giving because everybody will fall out of love with it. But we haven't even touched the surface, and now you're thinking that's one silhouette, bro. This is one silhouette out of the whole Jordan pack. We like everything between 1 to 14, which is quite popular and gets released constantly. That's just one, bro.
But that's the one. I mean, literally, it is the Jordan 1 is the reason why. It wouldn't be no others if it wasn't for that one. If that one didn't work, that's why the hype that was what it was before, what it was during the pandemic, what it is now, or the lack thereof, is all relevant. In my opinion, it don't matter what they do with the one, as long as the colorway is good. They can do whatever they can. We know they're gonna try stuff. They tried stuff in the past, it didn't work. We had the Jumpman on the back of highs, and we got, like you said, the Zoom Comfort, the Zoom High, the 85 cut, the low, the OG low, mids, the SE mids. Like it don't matter what they do, as long as it's dope, they're gonna always sell, bro. It's a staple. But as far as hype is concerned, people not caring as much, I don't think has as much to do with the sneaker itself versus the pop culture and the way the Panda has kind of overtaken the Dunk itself. Not even just the Panda colorway. The Panda colorway, I think, is up there as far as dunks are concerned. But the Dunk itself has kind of taken some steam away from the Jordan 1. They look so similar. They a lot less expensive. In some cases, easier to get.
Humans aren't stupid, and they're very fickle. If they see something that's really similar, and you got to really think about the commercial user rather than the sneakerhead, because basically the commercial user's thinking this silhouette looks similar to this silhouette. This silhouette's cheaper. They're not worried about quality, because obviously they're just normal sneaker people. They're normal consumers,
casual
consumers, and then they're looking at that. Okay, cool. That silhouette's like that. That silhouette's like that. That's cheaper than that. Well, I'm gonna go with a cheaper option. If it's in store. So that's the reason why Pandas always sell out, and that's the reason why Dunks always sell out. But the Dunk is a predecessor to the Jordan 1 hype. So the Dunk hype came way before. And what's happening with the Dunk is what happened with the Jordan 1, and what's happening with the Jordan 1 is what's going to happen with the Jordan 4, and what's happening with the Jordan 4 is going to happen with the Jordan 3 and the 2, and what's going to happen with the Jordan 2 is going to happen with the Jordan 5 and 6. We know that already. We know what the schedule for the next 20 years is. That's the schedule for the next 20 years. That's how they're going to introduce your favorite silhouette to the audience, sort of wider range, wider people to buy. But like, it's really funny that we came full circle, because when we talk about the reimagination, like they grabbed the reimagination and they threw that at the Jordan 1 and gave it this vintage look and all of that, and then so many people want it. Now they've just taken that little idea and thrown it to the Jordan 3, and now we're going to get the white cement 3s as a reimagination. Then they're going to do the same thing when throw it to another silhouette. And like when I say how much shit can you throw at a wall before it sticks, that's what the whole conversation was about. Is you can throw Zoom Comfort, you can throw some Comfort, you can throw some Jordan 1 loads, you can throw some OG loads, you can throw this and that all against the wall. Whatever sticks and whatever becomes popular and a trend, almost kind of like is the next way through. So we saw the 85 OG high cut come through. We're seeing the vintage look come through, because people who created vintage shoes before Nike and Jordan did it, and then Nike and Jordan saw it was a popular trend, and they actually said, all right, cool, that shit stuck to the wall, now we're going to grab that and actually do it ourselves.
But and they did it the best. They did it the best. They brought in people like Virgil, people like Travis, all the collaborators. I'm on my year, like people that got they finger on the pulse of what's going on, and they gonna run with it, and they gonna do it at a higher quality level. They're gonna do it at a somewhat reasonable price point, and it's gonna be a limited quantity, and so it's gonna drive that wave. Vintage shops, like we got whole vintage festivals and I mean, for lack of a better term, festival conventions and whatnot. It's not only SneakerCon. Like there's conventions. I know one particular in Atlanta that's happening like every other weekend or something like that. Big old vintage convention, bro. Buy, sell, trade. and people go there, and it's all type of everything, bro, from sneakers to clothing to memorabilia. Like it's a whole wave, and they caught on to the wave. Everybody caught on to the wave. New Balance, Adidas, everybody caught on to the wave. Some do it better, and some have better minds.
The thing with big businesses is they have to play catch up with trends. They have to play catch up with trends. So like when we saw the whole vintage look come out maybe 5 years ago, maybe, then Jordan Brand had to kind of pattern it themselves. Create the authenticity, test it, trial it, and all of a sudden we see it more and more over the last 2 years. That's how it evolves into.
They did it with a word. They began to dominate the vintage sneaker space with one word: sale.
Yep, exactly. When the gym red ones was the first time, I think. No, the Obsidian ones was the first 2018. Was 2018 when they started putting some sale on that Jordan 1, and everybody's like, "What the hell is this?"
And it's the greatest shit. It's the greatest shit now. Yeah. It's the great, like, bro, the taxi, the mocha, you know what I'm saying? Like the shattered backboard.
It's really funny as well. Like Virgil took a lot of that inspiration, and like when you talk about just basically the whole like when you sharpen your tools from like kind of inspiration from other people, it's because you evolved the idea. So Virgil took the whole vintage look and started creating these dress sneakers, and it was so amazing to see. And then some of those aspects started to migrate onto like Jordan 5s when you see the Gore-Tex 5 coming out, when you see the Jade Horizon 5 coming out. And which is ironic, about 5 or 6, maybe even 7 years ago, you'll be saying, I don't want my soles to go piss yellow. I don't want my, and look at it now.
If that shattered backboard 5 was white, I wouldn't like it as much.
There you go. And you know what it what it is when you're younger and you spend money on sneakers, you want them to be pristine. Now, in actual fact, when I pulled out the 5 I want the midsole to go a bit, yellowy, because I want it to give it that age effect. I want it to build some character. Like, and sometimes when you have a vintage sneaker, it literally instantly has character. You're like, oh damn. So I'm saying, oh yeah, bro, I can, it's.
When I cleaned these yesterday, I purposely did not clean the midsole, and you can't see it now. You know what I'm saying? But in person, actually, you can see it.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah,
that bit of yellowing from, from the midsole to the upper white, you can see the difference. And I said, you know what? I'm not gonna screw up the midsole this time.
Yeah, there's still going to be people that would want their to be fresh, to be clean, to be like nothing wrong with them. But like as you grow older, you're like, it's a sneaker. I want it to have more character. I don't, the good thing about that is somebody could wear a fresh pair of Jordan 5 Fire Reds, or somebody could wear a fresh pair of Fearless Ones, the patent leather Fearless Ones just pulled out, and somebody else has just worn them to bits. Like I'm gonna say one thing. I was out shopping the other day, and I saw the heritage ones on somebody's feet, and he had gone through them. He had not cleaned them. They were aged through. They looked like they were 20 years old, bro. And when I had to take a second take, because they look dope that way. They actually look like somebody put love and care and attention. No, not care and attention.
You should have offered to clean them for them.
But they no, bro. The lining, the leather, all was frail. Like, not like kind of like almost like you can get it to like a 5 or 6 V&DS looking sneaker if you cleaned it. But it looks so good, and it doesn't look like a bright sparkling.
But the conditioning would do well for it.
Yeah.
Like that, and that's the point. That's the point. Like, I got to clean these 5s. I'm not gonna put them back in the box because I need to condition them. Even though they're nubuck, and nubuck is a durable material, long-lasting material, I just want to condition them one time,
I think like the conditioning is a good word that you just used. I think the brands have got us conditioned to actually loving sneakers that are worn down, are more V and DS, are vintage style. And the prime example, this Lost and Found, is the prime example, bro. Because it tried to release that, try to release that in 2017 or 18. Nobody would love that. Nobody.
I don't love it, but it's inevitable. It's bound to happen, bro. Like they sneakers. That's why a lot of people, I know a lot of people, they do the 1-2 wears and they get rid of them and they constantly rotating. But for those of us that actually collect and cherish pairs and want to have them for as long as we can, it's just inevitable. And that's the with those ones, those fearless ones, when not, because again, I'm in a park, so they get dusty, dirty. I can see all the stuff on the patent leather. I don't want to look at that. So I cleaned the patent leather and I said, you know what? I'm gonna leave the midsole alone for a while, like the next few, because it's in the rotation now. It's one of my fall sneakers because it is patent leather.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna wear it, maybe 2-3 more times in the next few months, and I'm just gonna see what happened with the midsole. I'm driving stains and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that. But as far as scrubbing the midsole, scrubbing the outsole, I'm gonna leave it alone for a while and see what happens.
Yeah. Or you could just put some paper down when you're driving so that you kind of don't get those.
Yeah, I gotta get back on my towels, bro. I had a designated towel. It was a red towel that I used to keep in my car constantly. And I don't know when I took it out, but I haven't had it for a while, and I'm just getting more driving stains. So
I'm gonna say this: if you drive cars, you know what we're talking about. Trust me, because when you put that foot in the car and you start, if you're automatic, you're fine. But especially the clutch, if you got a manual and or a stick, like you guys in the States would say, you're basically you'll always change your gears. You always put your foot on the clutch, and that left foot is always getting that black mark because you're always pressing down on that clutch, especially if you've not got automatic. But yeah, guys, like you need to clean your carpet. For one, you need to clean it in. But the thing is, if you have work shoes and they're greasy and stuff like that, you need to put something down. You either buy what Crep Protect sent you, which is or a plastic bag or a condom on your sneakers, so you don't get all dirty.
That's why I initially, and I still do this. I started.
You're tempted.
I started having driving shoes.
Oh, okay, cool.
So my beaters turn into my driving shoes where I drive to and from work. And when I get to work, it's like Mr. Robinson, bro. When I get to work, I put on my work shoes and leave my driving shoes in the car. And when I get off work, I put my driving shoes back on and leave my work shoes in the back seat.
That's a good option. I did that for a little while, but then I was like, I can't be bothered.
That's it. I did that. I started doing that as to not dirty up the towel with my work shoes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I kept the same towel. I will wash it maybe once every 2 weeks or something like that and just lay it back in the car. But I stopped using the towel at some point and I need to go back to it because especially with one, because I tend to wear more ones in the fall anyway. I think the ones they're just better for me in the fall. But I gotta because driving stains on ones, all the ones I got the white midsole or sail midsole. Like, nah, bro, we ain't doing them stains.
Yeah. And you know what? It's really funny that we just went off on a tangent. We was on a roll going through subjects, and you just mentioned one thing. We went off on a whole different tangent. And it probably started because of my loose shoes of dog.
Yeah, it did. It did actually. Yeah. Anyway, so next subject.
Next subject is let's talk about this. I'm just looking at my notes. because we like to be informative. We like to kind of just showcase what stuff is coming out. But yeah, before we get into the heavier subjects, I just want to go through a couple of new things that have come out this month. Or actually this week, not this month, this week. We've been hearing about the DJ Khaled vibes. And it looks like we have an official release date with the DJ Khaled
Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday is the time you get the DJ Khaled vibes. He's going to give you the sneakers you want, only 2 of them, because he wants the other 2 for himself. But it looks like we're going to get the peach variation, and it looks like we're going to get the white variation. They're touted to be the releases for the Cyber Monday. I think we're going to get 1 rather than 2. Maybe we'll get both on the same day, but it'd be quite interesting. I definitely need both, if I'm honest. You and me are Jordan 5 guys. You know, everybody that watches this program know we talk about Jordan 5s all the time. We our iconic sneaker, our yellow and red card is a Jordan 5. We will run through Jordan 5s. They are great sneakers. But like this is an essential for any Jordan 5 fan. I love what he's done with them. I do love what he's done with this.
I want the peach pair.
Yeah, the peach pair is dope.
If I can get the white ones, that's cool too. But I really want the peach pair.
Yeah, we'll leave this as a reaction for Shoot Dog Reacts on Wednesday on chat. And basically, guys, join us on Wednesday afternoons. We'll take a little interval break here just to let you guys know. Join us on Wednesdays at 11 p.m. GMT and 6 p.m. EST on our YouTube channels, where we go and do Shoot Dog Reacts. We react to some of your interesting clips that you send us. We react to some of the funny stuff that comes through to us, and basically kind of just bring in some more entertainment. And definitely on that note, guys, do follow myself on Love Kick Customs on YouTube, and obviously on Instagram and on TikTok, and obviously follow the bro 808 Kicks ATL on his YouTube channel and on his Instagram, because we were always active. We're always trying to help you guys out and the community out. But yeah, back to the subjects. So today, bro, Cyber Monday is the 28th of November, where we're getting 2 of these colorways. But I noticed something very, very interesting here, bro, in this picture, which was supplied by Soul Collector. It is on this page. I don't know if it's supplied by him, but there is different variations that we haven't been seeing, because we've seen the peach variation, we've seen the white variation, we've seen the blue variation, we've seen the purple variation, but there's this light purpley and teal variation that we haven't really seen.
Well, we talked about this when we first, when everybody first found out about this collab, and we didn't know. Obviously, Khaled probably got every variation of what we're seeing, but we know which ones we getting. Like, I'm not cool with the white one. If that's the only one I can get my hands on, I'll do that. But I like the peach one. I like the blue one.
Yeah.
The purple one, not so much.
I'm gonna give you a question, bro. I'm gonna give you a question, bro. Would you want DJ Khaled to release all 4 of the pairs that have been pushed out in that 23 pack?
Yeah.
Or if they said to you, bro, I'll give you 2 releases of these sneakers. You can only release 2 of them. Like, I'm gonna say you're DJ Khaled, man. You're DJ Khaled for the time being. For the next 30 seconds, you're DJ Khaled. And I'm Nike, and I'm saying, yo, DJ Khaled, what 2 pairs do you want us to release to the public? Because these 2 pairs are going to be your iconic pairs as general release to the public. It's your love for that Jordan 5. We want you to choose the 2 pairs that you want to send out and the 2 pairs that you want to give to friends and family. What 2 pairs are you picking?
The blue and the peach.
Okay. So that powdery blue and the peach, yeah?
Yeah.
I would have gone with the purple and the peach, because I think the purple one's dope. The purple one's dope as well. But yeah, it's interesting that they gave us the peach and the white, because they gave us one of the best and probably one of the least wanted. Let's just say that.
It is what it is, man.
But I got a bit of a philosophy behind this. I'm just looking at this sneaker at this moment in time. And it's really funny that like the peach one connects to the blue one, and the blue one connects to the teal one, and the teal one connects probably, I can't see the inner lining to this, but it does look like it connects to something else. The white one connects to the blue one. It looks like the inner linings are connected to the next sneaker along. So it almost looks like there's a 6 rings. We've got an Avenger situation there where you have to collect all 6, but all of them are linked by the inner lining.
I mean, it's only 4, so the purple and blue we know is going to be limited. In the 4-pack, that's going to go crazy. It's only 23, so only super high level sneakerheads will even have access to that, let alone be able to actually cop. Like the people that got access to cop, it's still gonna be hard for them to cop. So it really at this point it don't matter. Like we get what we get. Hopefully we get a decent amount so we can actually feel like it's real versus some of the releases. Like we know, like at least Travis Scott level, right? Because everybody going for these. If they did 250,000 or 400,000 pairs, it's going crazy, man.
I think one of the things with this is because it's a full family size one with merch. I think it might be a bigger release. I would love it. I love it.
I think it's going to be Travis level.
Now I would love it to be like a Air Max 1 Travis Scott release or
it's going to be Travis. That's still low.
Yeah, that's still low, but they're still low, but it was more readily available, which is good. I don't want it to be a Jordan 1.
That's enough to make it real, though.
Yeah.
That's enough to make it real. The trophy room ones didn't seem real. It was another release that happened that it just didn't seem real. Like it just make it let them. Long as I can see them every now and then, like I see a Travis Scott 1 every now and then, I'm cool with that. But I'm going.
I think I just don't feel like that there's not a lot of love for Jordan 5s. Let's just be honest with that. There's not a lot of love for Jordan 5s anyway.
It don't matter.
I know, but I'm trying to
look at what the Trophy Room 5 did.
Yeah, no, I know.
Anytime it's a high level collab, it kind of don't matter. People hate on tools for years, and people still hate on tools to this day. And the Union tools were gone. The not so much the Chateaus, because that was like when the game started to shift and resale started to die down and stuff like that. But
the only comparison I'm taking with this at the moment is the Off-White 5s. The Off-White 5s didn't do. The Off-White 5s didn't do really well initially. That they took off.
They
didn't. I think the resale for the Off-White 5s was like
you speaking. Boy, stop. You speaking for over there. You speaking for over there. Clearly, 100%. You speaking for over there because Off-White 5s over here was never less than 700-800 on release, and they were impossible to get. Fucking possible to get. People that got them right now, you can sell a pair of Off-White 5s off your foot that you done worn 10 times for 1,200. Depending on
I don't know. Now it's.
Nah, I'm talking about from time. From time they hit the streets. The Off-White 5, both of them, they did the same thing, bro. I mean, 350, bro. That's shit. If they were 350, I have a pair. I would have paid 350. You don't understand how quick I would have dropped 350 for a pair of Off-White 5s. That would have been nothing. That would have been nothing, bro. That shoe. I ain't never seen nobody selling that shoe. I'm talking about small toddler sizes was going for 500.
Yeah, at this moment in time, I'm just looking at the chart. I'm looking at the release chart. They dropped from like 1.5K to all the way down to 500, and they did. I think they hit about 491, 491 at one point in 2021 in November. But I'm just having a look. I'm pretty sure they are actually decreasing in price as we speak slightly. But I might be totally wrong. I thought I could purchase that for like 350 at one point.
I don't know why you didn't.
It's just I always was an admirer of the Muslim pair, like Muslim pair, but I didn't really commit to if you get what I mean. And like it's just me, bro. It's just like I don't kind of get mixed up with the hype as often as I should.
Off-white 5 Muslim right now in our size 6'10".
Yeah, I'm just checking it now. So from that retrospect,
the black
at
one,
the moment,
1,000. Size US 11, $1,000.
yeah, that's gone up massively over time. That's probably the desired pair. They did hit like 600. Yeah. Maybe I was wrong, bro. Maybe I wasn't too vigilant to what the releases were. But like, I'm pretty sure I could have got for a reasonable price. Maybe it was 500. But yeah, I do feel Khaled 5s are gonna go crazy. They are a release that's gonna go crazy. There's so much hype behind that.
The resale on them might not be all the way up. No pun intended.
Yeah.
But it's Fat Joe gonna have his pair. He gonna have the whole pack. We know
he's already got the whole pack.
Yeah. Mayor, you know, the guys that really want him, like the big head guys that really want Jumpman Bostic gonna have him. He gonna have him. If Jumpman Bostic gotta have him. I'm gonna be mad if he don't get him. Even if I don't get him, and he don't get him, I'm gonna be madder for him not getting him than I would be for myself.
Is that one sneaker you are going to pay resale for if you had to?
Depend on the price.
Yeah. Okay.
If it's reasonable, meaning 250, 300, 350, that would be one I'll pay resale for that. I pay resale for the Neon 95s and the PSG 4s. So yeah, I would do it for the Peach 5s.
I don't blame you. That's a dope release. Okay, next up is something we saw this week again. Another one. It is the Jordan 13 Soulfly. What do you think, bro?
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I don't like it.
I like the color blocking, but I don't like the materials.
I don't like the color blocking. I don't mind the materials. I don't like the color blocking.
The materials look like they've got this interwoven,
like ripstop.
It kind of is either a hemp or
probably is hemp.
Yeah, it doesn't strike me as that.
And I don't like that line, that gray line on the toe.
But right there.
Yeah, that's not a 13, bro. I don't need no toe cap with no 13, dog. You can get that out of here.
Yeah, I like the inner lining. That's the best thing about it.
Yeah, it is. Soulfly always going off the wall, though. I mean, I respect it, but it's not for me.
Definitely one that I'll probably swing and a miss for. To be honest, like I don't feel. I looked at it and I thought, nah. It looks, now you mentioned the toe boxing, it does look weird to me now. Like you just actually you ruined it for me even more.
That's the first thing I saw. As soon as I saw this sneaker, the first thing I saw was that toe box, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not how a 13 is made.
No. No.
Some things you can't, like putting the toe cap on a Jordan 10, like the sample pair. I could deal with that. Putting it on the 13, no.
Yeah. So next up, I agree. The Soulfly 13. Probably. I'm a 13 guy as well. Like, I love 13s as well.
Yeah, me too.
but not for me. Definitely not for me. I wanna show this as this is what happened. Let's talk about this because I wanna talk about what you feel in terms of this event happening, and then as we can see, this is Grant Williams exploded his 37s. This is not the first time. Obviously, Zion Williams smashed through one of his sneakers, and it looks like Grant Williams.
Zion bust through the Paul George Nikes.
Yeah.
And Grant Williams seen here destroying this Jordan 37. Now, Grant Williams is a big dude.
Look at.
I think he's around 5'5", 6'5", 6'6", something like that. And if you look at Grant Williams, bro, he's pretty well put together. He exploded that Jordan 37, bro.
Yeah, look, his whole foot came through that. The thing is, now we're realizing some of these basketball players, NBA players, are big built. I'm talking big built. But is that based on, like, my question to you, bro? Is that based on the athlete, or is that based on the lack of quality coming through? Because like we never saw it back in the day.
It's a bit of both.
Is it okay? So like, because like at this moment in time, we're not seeing. We're not seeing like Jordan's, like Jordan. Like, I think Jordan 4, Jordan 3, 4, 1, 5, 6. I've built like a semi tank. Like from my perspective, I don't think they will ever blow out as a Jordan 37 has.
Well, I think
that's. But by the way, sorry. Before you go on, bro. That's just me. That's just me thinking about the materials on the upper, because the upper materials are prime knit.
Right, that's where I was about to go with it. So we've seen over time the construction of basketball sneakers change, and they become more and more lightweight. They try to maintain the same level of strength with decreasing the weight, but to a certain degree, it's not possible. You know, we get a lot of sneakers in the mail, right? Pair of Jordans in the box, 4 ounces.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these shoes nowadays are like they trying to get below 2 ounces. So there's a lot of materials, there's a lot of rubber and stuff like that's being taken out to make the shoes lighter and more aerodynamic and still try to be as stable. But at the same time, we got dudes Grant Williams size when Jordan 3s and 4s and 5s were coming out, the OGs in the 90s, they weren't moving like a Grant Williams or a Zion Williamson or you know what I'm saying? Like
heavy built explosive players. Let's put it that way, because
athletes are doing more now than they were then, and so it's putting more stress on a shoe that's not built as tough as sneakers used to be. So it's
almost like a heavyweight boxer. Every heavyweight boxers are different. Like, so basically, as Mike Tyson will generate more traction and more force on through a punch than somebody else at different range. See what I'm saying? So every box is different. So from the retrospect, these bigger, heavier built guys are producing more force on their sneakers, and this is why, as you can see, guys, if you're looking at this,
bro, if you take a 1985 Cadillac and crash it into a 2022 Cadillac, that 2022 is going to fold up because it's fiberglass.
Yeah.
That 85 is metal. It's steel. So it's going to fold up anything. And Grant Williams is a 75 Cadillac with 2022 Cadillac wheels on it.
It ain't the same. It's smashing apart.
Zion, dudes like Zion, dude like Grant Williams, dude like Grant Williams played for Boston Celtics. The Toronto Raptors, the team that they playing against in that clip, they got a guy that's similarly built to Grant Williams. His name is escaping me right now. But these dudes nowadays, bro, they doing stuff at the size. Think about this. Charles Barkley, right? He was over 250. He played at over 250, and he was 6'5". He wore, the 90s Nike basketball shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Zion Williamson is a little bit bigger than Charles Barkley, but he's way more. I wouldn't say way more, but he's more explosive than Barkley.
Yep.
But he's not playing in shoes that were built
Barkley.
the same way that Barkley's and Jordans and Pennies and all that stuff was.
And we've seen, like, we will see more and more of, and this is what we talked about when we saw those Zion Voodoos. We see more and more of this old vintage look on, even with that that burlap or that hemp or the crepe hemp. We see more and more reinforcement, more and more stitching, more and more materials. It's getting heavier and heavier for these guys because they are going to smash through these sneakers. They are going to put force on these sneakers. Bigger guys generate bigger force. And this is why I think the Zion 2 Voodoos are built the way they are, because they are built like a tank, bro. It will strap you in, lock you in, no residual movements, reducing the stress on the paneling where for the toe and locking you in. Like, this is why wearing a Zion 2, it has almost like the cushioning at the back just pushes your feet forwards and locks you in, and you are just one body unit with that sneaker. And that's what I believe. Someone like Grant, someone like Zion are going to get sneakers built to kind of suit them, and more heavy duty sneakers, because basically they need that. Otherwise, you'll see that every weekend.
Yeah, I said ounces too. I meant to say 4 pounds.
I know.
The average retro Jordan is 4 pounds. I said ounces. That sounded real crazy. But
2 ounces. 2 ounces, if people don't know, is just over 40, 50 grams.
Right. Yeah, I said that wrong. But yeah, man. At least shout out to Grant Williams, man. At least he didn't get hurt like Zion did. So hopefully we won't see too much more of that going on, man.
Yeah. But by the way, like, I think Nike will be on deck to kind of make sure that doesn't happen again.
Yeah. They on top of that. They on top of that for sure, bro. You gotta know they on top of that. That's their reputation right there.
Yeah, exactly. But like, this is the reason why I brought it up, is I wanted to have that conversation with you in terms of buildability, designability, practical use, and obviously the athletes. How has the production gone down? I think as there's a fine balance between evolving sneakers to be functional for basketball, and also then producing the buildability of it. So basically, all of a sudden now you're like building a sneaker that's more function, more like performance wise, but reducing the functionality on court as well. So all of a sudden you've got a sneaker that theoretically could be the best basketball sneaker for, like, if somebody that's 5'6" wearing that sneaker, who's about 180 pounds, probably is going to do better than somebody that's 250 pounds wearing that sneaker who's 6 foot something, because then all of a sudden that the functionality of that sneaker no longer works, because that 37 is more of a universal. Like any Jordan silhouette past the 30 inches is more universal for everybody to wear to beat a ball on court. But then if you get the bigger guys rock them and the materials don't last up, it's not you're not somebody that's 5'5" is not going to generate the same force and velocity as somebody that's 6'5" and probably about another 50 pounds more heavier. So. But on that note, next subject quickly, we're going to touch on this. It is you got to talk to me about this, bro. You got to talk to me about this, because I heard about this, I saw it happen, and I was like, what the hell did StockX just do? Or one of the employees?
Wait,
do you know
what?
So somebody leaked a discount code from StockX.
Oh yeah.
They gave £100. So StockX had to cancel 50,000 orders from a leaked discount code. Bro, tell me about this. Tell me about this situation, because I'm lost. I don't know what happened here, bro, at all.
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but we gonna speculate, right? So, I think somebody at StockX was pretty pissed off. And
one of the employees.
Right. So they decided to leak maybe some employee discount or some type of special deal, or maybe somebody that's on the IT side maybe created the discount code and put it out there, and hopefully, I don't know. I mean, 50,000 the exact number. We don't know if it's more or less, but
it'd probably be more.
Hopefully, some of the people that punched in that code was able to go through it to sell.
Yo, I heard from various rumors. I don't know if they're correct. I don't know. I can't verify these rumors, but I heard StockX were paying money to people because of the discount code and giving them the sneaker. I was like, how does that work, bro? Like,
because if it's less than $100,
yeah,
and you got $100 rebate, that means they got to honor the rebate. So if you got a gift card for $100 and you buy something worth $50, they don't take the whole gift card.
No,
you get to keep the rest of it. So that's pretty much what this is.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this reminds me of a time when, like, basically, remember, I don't know if you guys had the same problem, but back in the UK, T-Mobile always used to be glitchy, and sometimes in the afternoon, sometimes in the evening, sometimes on the weekends. And anybody that's listened to this from the UK will understand this, because basically, when you used to have a T-Mobile account back in the day, I'm talking like good 10 years ago, or even more than that, when contracts were first out and phones were like pay as you go, or like basically you have to pay, top up, and all of that stuff. When SIM cards were first introduced, there was kind of a bit of a situation where T-Mobile used to have a glitch, and all of a sudden you can send and call for free. And like literally it'll be one day a month when they glitch out, and people are like, oh yeah, use your credits, they don't charge you, or you send your text, like when text messages used to cost you, send your text and send your thing, you can call people for free, bro, in the evening times until they fixed it. It was used to be just jokes. I remember that time, and this actually reminds me of that situation where somebody just disgruntled us, yo, take this discount code, we got a glitch, just take as much as you can.
The question is, with this StockX situation, is did the people who were selling the shoes not get paid because of the discount code? And that would to me be the only problem. I don't want to take nothing away from the people that's selling, but if StockX, don't get paid for the transaction, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? If StockX is having to pay me the difference, I'm cool with that. I don't want the actual seller to have to pay me the difference.
Yeah, but imagine if one of those purchases, imagine if you were selling one of your sneakers, and one of the purchases was like accepted, and all of a sudden they cancelled it. That would annoy you, bro.
Yeah, but that's what they're gonna do if they're losing. Come on, bro. We know ain't no company, let alone StockX, ain't no company out here willingly losing money if they can stop it. If it's a glitch, if it's an error in the process, it's not gonna happen, bro. I see people all the time at the grocery store have to not purchase an item because the pricing is wrong, or there's no price for it, or whatever the case is. So they're gonna protect themselves at all costs. That's no problem. But this is just yet another issue for StockX in a long line of issues with customers.
I got. It's interesting. We'll have to talk about this a bit further down when we open up some cases. But next subject, we got 3 subjects and one big subject to discuss at the end. Full-time restocks. We've seen a lot of people. Obviously, we know in full-time sneakers restock and stuff like that, and it's renowned. It's been happening for the last however so long. Full-time is always restock time. They're kind of just before like Black Friday and Cyber Monday, they do loads of restocks. We were hearing restock after restock after restock. Just to let you guys know that, yeah, just be patient. Sometimes if a sneaker's meant to be, a sneaker will come. But I'm hearing black. There was recently a restock in the States, wasn't there? You had military blacks and all that stuff restock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
military blacks, bleach corals, highs and lows,
pandas again.
Yeah, pandas, highs and lows, family run of those. We had the infrared fours. So
yeah, it's interesting. Like just is a subject matter just to make you guys aware that watch out for exclusive access. There will be an exclusive access for the Lost and Found coming. Watch out for that. Watch out for the military blacks. Watch out for restocks everywhere. Like you know, when you have those apps to kind of tell you when the restocks are happening and you hear those pings every day now. I've had like 5 or 6 come up. Bang, restock, bang, restock. I had an Air Max 1 Cobblestones, the Air Max 1 Crest Hempstead, the Air Max 1 Madder Roots. Bro, everything is restocking. And you know what's really funny? The Yeezy restocks are stupid. And then, we won't talk about them at this moment in time, but we are going to talk about them a bit further down in this podcast. But, bro, how many Yeezy restocks I've seen this month alone. And that's a whole indication of what's going to happen next. But we'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, just be aware, guys, that restocks are happening in full time. There will be exclusive access for some of those releases in full time and talking about November, December time, or even if we get the Chicago Lost and Founds in October, you're going to get exclusive access soon. There is massive restocks for all the sneakers. So this is why I always live by, if it's destined to be, it will be. Don't pay that resale. If you're 50-50 about something, because basically they will restock. And I've noticed that last year, I noticed that the year before, you'll notice that the year before this. And you know, I could have easily bought the military blacks when they first came out for like 290, 280, 290. I just held back. And if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If I'm going to copy, it will be in one of these restocks. Simple.
Yeah,
I think that's the best way to live by it. But yeah, guys, watch out. There are definitely restocks happening everywhere, so watch out for them. Just be aware that they are definitely happening. Now, the main 2 subjects of this podcast, and this is the interesting one. This is going to be an interesting conversation. So, number 1 is this, bro. Nike to cancel online purchases made by bots.
Yeah.
So this has been circulating this week. Nike are now progressively fighting to stop resellers, to stop resale behavior. They're looking to take away your accounts. They're taking to cancel your purchases. There is probably an algorithm out there that they are going to kind of progressively use to actually work out if you are a reseller, if you are purchasing sneakers to resell. What I'm going to quickly show something as well. This came out from Korea, Nike Korea as well. Korea, not Korea. Korea. This was actually announced during this week as well, where Nike Korea has added new terms and conditions to prevent resellers from purchasing footwear and resell them in the secondary market. The new policies are said to increase the restrictions on the individual who purchase the shoes. Also, on top of that, I think they are now also not. I think the way forwards with that is also they are going to stop you from returning your sneakers as well. I think that's coming. That's Nike are going to introduce that for limited edition sneakers, or sneakers that are like collaborations, or even like a Mason Chateau robe too, that you won't be able to return anymore.
I don't see no problem.
Yeah, why now? The number one question is, why not before, when Nike was on a downer, and hype was. Actually, I've got several questions. Like, let's just break it down. Why now? Why not before? I thought this was already in place. Is resale not relevant anymore? Those questions, like, those are the questions.
Resale is still relevant. Is it's never not been relevant, even when it died down. Even at the state it's in right now, it's still relevant. I don't see it going away completely. But as far as the brands are concerned, and I'm not just going to talk about Nike or eBay in particular. Brands, it's in the best interest of the brands as far as the eyes of public opinion to stop bots.
Mm-hmm.
Do bots or people that use bots, do they pay for sneakers? Yes. Do they resell sneakers? Yes. Does the resale market have anything to do with the brands? Not as much as we want to believe it does. Mm-hmm. Not as much as we felt like it did during COVID. So the brands, Nike in particular, have been talking about this. We don't know what they're trying to do or how much they've tried to stop this, but this is not a new conversation for Nike. It's not a new conversation for any of the boutiques that take drastic measures to eliminate resale. So it's just on a bigger scale with companies like Nike and eBay. Yeah. When we hear about this type of stuff, I don't feel no way about it, man. I mean, if they can get it done, cool. If they can't, I appreciate them trying for what it's worth.
I got some theories behind this. So you know that this like resale's helped out Nike a lot. Let's just say resale and resellers have helped Nike out a lot because basically it's like it's increased the publicity, it's increased the hype, it's increased the demand on their sneakers. So they've relied on that quite a bit, I feel, over the last 5 to 6 years, even more than that. Stuff like the Last Dance kind of elevate that resale kind of hype behind sneakers, hype and demand that is a lot with just the brands as well. So I think that's helped a lot to drive the business model for Nike over the last 5-6 years. I do feel it's still got its place. Resale still got its place, but them coming out to it now, and we always thought it was bot protected. All of that stuff, like all of that, we know it is hard to protect from bots and stuff. We know that it's quite a demand. It takes a lot of money to stop bots anyway. And right this moment in time, as hype is dying on a lot of sneakers, a lot of sneakers are sitting. I feel like Nike has taken the advantage to say, you know what, let's just stop this whole retail business. But my secondary thoughts are to what this whole situation with StockX and Nike, where StockX are the main company that's the resale sneakers. But also then I also do feel with that whole situation is Nike could turn around and say we're stopping resale. So therefore, this is a direct attack on StockX to say we are stopping you. But also, it could mean they might put a junction out on StockX to reveal the people that resell sneakers on their platform, and therefore they can look to cancel these viable resellers, or it gives them a bit more information about the inside workings of StockX. So I feel there's a secondary motive behind this as well, because I feel it's a way to gather information about your rival, or not your rival, your secondary market. This is and Scott and a lot of people have said this to me. Nike looking to increase the price to decrease the resale to get out resellers. That's one thing we've seen recently. The prices keep going up to bridge that gap between resale and retail.
I don't think the price increases got much to do with resale at all.
I agree, and kind of the more it goes up, the more I'm thinking that way. But I can understand the current climate, stuff like that. But also, I just feel like this is not come out of the blue. Somebody within the Nike corporation has literally said, "Let's make a blank statement. If you're found, this is going to happen. If you're found to be reselling sneakers, bang, 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 bang." but then it gives them ammunition to go over to the judges and say, StockX, this is not a new terms and condition. You can't let anybody from your platform sell Nike sneakers anymore.
They did a whole campaign on the sneakers app.
Yeah,
about stopping bots and improving the exclusive access experience and whatnot. Like, this ain't. It's just because of the case with StockX. It's just furthering the agenda, I think. To get at StockX and be able to push forward the narrative of stopping bots, whether they doing a little bit or nothing or as much as they say they doing. The narrative is more important. That people can trust the company. We can trust that the company is on our side as consumers. That's what it's about.
And let's get this straight. Actually, this whole agenda on StockX happened after Ann Herbert and her son.
Yeah,
and that was a very bad image from them. And this is them trying to spin to the image in the public eye. Now the whole concept is Nike want to fight botters. Nike want to fight resellers. Nike want to make sure we get the products directly from them rather than done like basically kind of saying, oh, the Nike resells anyway. Like that was the whole consent, and that was reinforced by that situation, and the trophy room situation. And then now I think they're trying to change the image, which is a good thing because it means more sneakers are accessible to the general public. But the thing is, this whole agenda came out of that situation. It came out of that situation.
Yeah.
But last subject before we go into our I'm going to say world famous. It will be world famous one day. But last subject matter is how I introduced the show was based on this. How as I said, oh wow, he just took himself out. It was based on one person alone that we've been speaking for months and months and months, and now it's getting tiring to the point where we keep looking at this situation and we keep thinking, what is this guy going to do next? And the reason why I'm saying this guy is, but I want to show you the article before I can actually say who it is, because I want to see where is this article? This one here. This one is the one. This is Mr. Kanye West. Has he full blown it now? Has he? Because he's now been blocked off Instagram and Twitter because he said something very anti-Semitic last week. I'm not going to repeat these words. I don't know where they came from. It was a bad situation for him, I feel.
I'm done, bro.
I'm
done.
Yeah.
And
you're not the only one. You're not the only one because like it's almost like now he's gone from being everybody's like savior to like IP, intellectual property.
He never saved me. He ain't never saved me from shit, bro.
Yeah.
The dude. Okay, look, this ain't a music podcast. Even though we talk about music sometimes, this is not a music podcast, so we don't discuss his music, right? Mm-hmm. This is a sneaker podcast, and for the past few months, we've talked about sneaker related things, but we don't really talk about the products. And so I'm done talking about him if it's not product related.
No, this is not product related because basically they've taken him away from the social medias have taken his platform away from preaching anything to do with anything to do with race or gender and anything like that, or even his products now, because now as a consequence to that, bro, and I know a lot of people are tired about hearing it, but as a consequence to that, this is definitely affecting his business because this happened straight after that. JP Morgan basically cut ties with Kanye West after what he said, and that now does affect his business, bro. Because where's he going?
I don't care.
Q's like, F Kanye, F this after. I don't care. This is boring now. I don't really care about this situation because
No,
Kanye
it's
just
not that it's not that it's boring. It's nerve wracking, bro. I ain't got the energy to be worried about or even thinking about this too deep, bro. Like we've been talking about it too long, man. It's just the series of events that led up to this, bro. It was predictable, you know. Different. It's definitely a very, very, very high level of business that's going on with all the stuff that we talked about concerning him in the recent months.
yeah.
But this was once again, this was inevitable.
It's very self-inflicted. Very
Yeah,
self-inflicted.
yeah, he
Like,
did it to
how do
himself.
you how did you go? How do you go from being like, yes, we're behind Kanye to like, oh, what the hell did you just do, bro? What did you just do, bro?
And see, with the Adidas situation, right? With the colorways not being approved and the stealing of ideas and all that conversation was fair game for me, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
because that's what we're here for. But when it comes to all the extra stuff he's been doing, it's all been relatable because that's where I was coming from. Like when it was, you know, lashing out at Adidas and beefing with you know, the CEOs and the high end people in the company. That's all relevant to the sneaker conversation because that's affecting his bit. But all the political dumb shit and the online craziness and all that, bro. It's just I'm done. I'm good.
I'm not gonna even mention that
Cause a
t-shirt. So
pattern,
let's
bro.
just
It's a
yeah.
pattern. He back and forth, back and forth. He'll say something that makes sense and turn around and say something that's damn near the opposite of what made sense. And even sometimes when he makes sense, you got to decipher that. You got to read between the lines. You got to rephrase to make it make sense. You have to have other people that support him come out and say, nah, this is what he was trying to say. Or when he calms down, he'll say it better than he said it the last time. But it's just too much, bro. He going way too far. The dude is clearly unstable. I don't want to keep trying to because the context of everything is just so foggy. It's so convoluted. Like it's so the points get misplaced. And when he lash out, it's always some controversial foolishness. Like none of this got nothing to do with what you should be on. It's just so far left. Like, dog, I'm cool on bro, man. I ain't got to support nothing else he ever do or say. Even if it sound good, he always blow it.
He's lost a lot of people. Would
He
say what he said.
always blow it, bro. We was just with him, and we was on his side in the fight with the Adidas, and he turned around and just blow it, bro. Like saying stuff.
I'm laughing because I've just got the perfect analogy for this. Right? It's like we're lost at sea, and we're rowing to the boat, and we see we're in our dinghies, and we're rowing to a boat. I'm talking like this big ship, right? Not a boat, a ship. And there's Kanye there saying, "Look, I will save you. I will save you." And you're rowing and you're rowing and you get close enough, and you see that there's like it's seeping in water and it's burning to crisp, and you're like, "This man ain't gonna save us. He's going down. Let's row away, bro."
and look, it seemed like trolling, right? But it's not, bro. It can't be trolling at this high of a level every single day. It get worse, progressively worse and worse, bro. The man is losing his mind. Somebody got to do something, bro. Like he got these people around him, and it seemed like every time somebody rocking with him and try to help him or try to give him some advice or try to steer him in a better direction, he lash out at them too. So he running out of people. And man, you got JP Morgan, one of the biggest, if not the biggest financial institution in the United States, and they back out and they make it public. Like, you done, dog. You ain't nobody trying to do nothing.
Yeah, like it's really hard because like he's got until mid-November to sort his affairs out because they don't want his money anymore. That's ridiculous, bro. That is ridiculous. Like, you gone from that's a hero to zero situation real quick, bro.
Well, you got money. You got a lot of money, and the bank
we're gonna keep it though.
With you.
You know what? Let's put it this way, right? But we all know
keeping in his big ass jacket.
We know Pablo Escobar. Everybody's heard of Pablo Escobar, right? There's a real big fact, right? That because he didn't use banks, he actually stole his money. There was a good percentage of money that was actually eaten by the rats. Like, I'm talking, even if you stored it, your let's just say 20%. Actually, yeah, probably 20%. 20% of your money is gonna be eaten by a rat.
They still ain't found all his money.
Exactly. Yo, bro, let's take a trip to Colombia and let's start digging.
No, I'm good.
We need it for the we need it for the future sneaker releases, bro.
I don't need it that bad.
we know that's the situation, and as soon as we're moving more functionally to like what do you call it, like a electronic way of money management, it's no longer going to be the case that we're like literally going to be trying to use paper money. Paper money is going to be non-existent in 10 years time, bro. Like, there will be no paper money.
Well, there's people who are digital that they don't want it, so
yeah. Okay, before we move on to our favorite subject is let's just do a quick funny one. Mythbusters. on our favorite you're not your favorite, but my favorite Yeezy brand, right? So I say that out of like just jest. But can a Yeezy slide float?
Oh no.
Let's find out, bro. Let's find out, bro.
Them on top of the water in 3, 2, 1. Oh, they're floating. That's got to be fake. I have to test that out. Gotta go grab my Yeezy.
By the way, shout out to the guy Gigamas. This is his video, so he's gonna prove. I want your reaction to this video as well.
Fun. All right, let's go test it and see if this is.
Did you just see that, bro? Did you just see what I saw?
They must be fake or something.
Bro, he took out Yeezy slides out of Travis Scott box.
All right, let's go test it and see if this is fake. I'm gonna do some magic and snap my fingers and fill his water up real quick. And just like that, we're filled with water and we can test it out. Try and make them float in 3, 2, 1. No way they actually float. All right, we got to try it with 2 at once. All right, we're about to put the second one in. Let's test it out real quick.
Bro, why are you showing me this?
Because I just want to go back to this is Mythbusters. Yeezy slides do flop. But I wanted to show this because I remember a couple of weeks back, right, when we had Benzino on the channel, and he said he took his Yeezy slides to I think a water park or something like that, or he actually took a shower in them, and all they do is squeak now. This guy just put his Yeezy slides in water, bro. And for the next ever so often, his Yeezy slides are gonna squeak like a mouse every time he walks.
Yeah. That's on y'all slide wears. Nothing to do with me. I'm more worried about my Air Max weekend. I ain't got time to worry about nobody else shoes weekend.
Yeah, that's just jokes. I just thought I'd share that with you. That's quite funny to me. Like, this is just a bit of a funny Mythbusters.
That's dumb, though. Like, of course they float is rubber. Foam. It's foam.
So
exactly. Of course it float. That's stupid.
Right. I'm gonna just say one last thing before we go to our basically our most iconic scene for the podcast. This is a fact. This is a fact. It's Nike is lost at sea. So basically, this is a little article that complex, and I read this and I found it quite interesting. Not funny, interesting. On the 27th of May, 1990, a huge shipment of Nikes got lost at sea. In one of the strangest shipping accidents ever, 80,000 pairs of Nikes went missing in the Pacific Ocean en route from South Korea to the United States. Oceanographer Curtis Ebersmeer has been receiving Air Solo Flight Strike Force and Pegasus from overboard shipments ever since. So basically, he's been monitoring the actual sneakers from that got lost. Nike make durable shoes. He says apparently they're tougher than the ocean. Now he tracks their movements. If you follow the sneakers, you can kind of follow sneakers under the current wave. He says a shoe from the split can drift an average rate of 7 miles per day. That is 24,000 miles around the Earth at the equator. So if they're floating long enough, they'll go around the world twice. So basically, imagine one of those 80,000 pairs traveling all around the world like twice in their lifetime. Now imagine if one of them actually kind of just like ended up on some shores.
It's a premium sneaker, bro. It's built to last.
That's interesting. I thought that was ever since you made that there's a premium sneaker, that is just absolutely funny to me, bro.
It's built to last,
but like it is built to last, exactly. But it's interesting that this guy actually spent loads of time and money to track 80,000 pairs of sneakers.
It's probably something to do with his job anyway. So it was just something extra for him to do to keep himself occupied, maybe.
But that's a little fact for you guys, because basically, if you ever find a Nike on your shore and it's basically just there, it could be one of those 80,000 pairs that kind of like shipped to shore. So you could have a very rare sneaker that it could be an exclusive access. It could be a sneaker that never got released because it could be one of those Travis Scotts that never actually found its way to retailers because it got lost. 80,000 pairs, bro. 80,000 pairs. Damn.
That's a lot of money.
Lot of money, bro. A lot of money. But that's one of the costs that we say that goes into shipments, because obviously there's a percentage of shipment that goes missing. And obviously, you don't know the factory numbers, because if they produce 1 million pairs, you might end up with 800,000 pairs, because 20% go missing in ship. And this is why money goes up for these sneakers. On that note, bro, shall we go and do this thing?
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Resale is too high.
Damn resellers. Order.
When hype beats go too far.
These damn hype beasts. Order in the court, order.
The back door opens.
Guilty.
It's time for
Order in the court.
the sneaker court of public
Guilty.
opinion.
Yeah.
Hey! Guilty! This is time. It's time for Sneaker Court of Public Opinion with myself, Judge Public Opinion, and Mr. Executioner. What we got today, bro?
The keys of justice.
Are you gonna lock away bad crime, bro? Are you gonna put those handcuffs on those criminals? Are you gonna shut those gates of justice?
We're locking them up. We're locking them down. And we opening the doors, the real doors that need to be open to the game, so everybody can understand how to get these pairs out here. Because a whole bunch of foolishness going on.
I was about to sing. I got the keys. If you that DJ, bro, DJ Khaled makes some banging songs though. Still, I'm gonna say that.
Yeah, hopefully,
right, cool.
Is just as good.
Oh yeah, bro, that's highly anticipated. So first up is what we saw first up, and then this is interesting because basically, if I can find it first of all, That's the one. We're taking to sneaker court of public opinion. Is this just absolute atrocity, or is this something of fashion, or this is worthwhile? First up is Mischief. You are accused of ripping off the NHS and ripping off every medical service. Why have you created these medical boots? I know it's a gimmick. I know you're trying to be controversial. I know you're trying to be unique and different. And it's almost like Mischief are not taken like a joke, because Mischief being Mischief, if they do, that's the stuff they do. What is the direction you want to take this company? Do you want to be a reputable brand, or do you want to be like or do you just want to be like taken as a joke every single time we release a sneaker? I don't understand.
I think you can be both. I'm starting to understand that about Mischief, because they do produce clothing and sneakers and everything else that they want. They do everything they want to do. When we hear about this crazy stuff, like we said before, it's to bring attention to the brand.
Yeah, the Gobstoppers ones. We saw the Wavy Babies. The Wavy, bro. I'm surprised they never got sued they're under a court case from Vans. I don't know how that's going. We never hear stuff like that. But I know a lot of people injured. Some people injured themselves wearing those Wavy Babies. So I'm surprised they haven't got a court case against people hurting themselves with that sneaker.
No, I don't think you could sue for that. But it's Mischief doing mischievous stuff. Like we said earlier, these are to be worn. They're not actual walking boots, but just the fact that they look like medical walking boots is enough for Mischief to get off. They get off on this stuff. And apparently they're doing well, because they keep coming up with the capital to be able to produce this stuff. And then we ain't talking about no $30 vans right here. They want $450 for these.
Yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I'm taking them to court. $450 for a medical boot. I feel like they must have purchased that medical boot, ripped it apart, restructured it, and then sold it for like $450. I think every single one was an ex-medical boot potentially.
No, they created a mold similar to the way foam posits are made. So they had to pay for that mold. They had to buy multiple molds and able to do sizes. So they spent a lot of money on this. They want a lot of money for it. It's working. We're talking about it. It's working.
I think one of Mischief's goals is to make sure they get a lawsuit for every sneaker.
I don't see how they can get one from this. So
maybe not this one. Maybe not this one.
This one and the Gobstopper are the safest sneakers that we've seen from Mischief in recent times.
And they got let's put their record right. They got the Nas X sneaker. They got a lawsuit against from Nike. The Wavy Baby from Vans. The Gobstopper is probably from the actual Sweet Company. Now this medical boot, I don't know. I won't be surprised. No, bro. The only court case I can see is somebody actually thinking that's an actual medical boot and actually wearing it and actually making it hurting themselves even more. That's the only way I can see a lawsuit against it. But I do understand that they're pushing the barriers and boundaries, and they're trying to kind of evolve their range into being different to every other sneaker brand. But I do respect that. But it's just comical. At this moment in time, it's quite funny. It's comical. And I just thought, it's just funny. It's just funny, bro. That's what they're saying. On this. Mischief, you're found guilty of making a medical boot for general purpose and charging everybody £450 for it. So, Q, what do you want to say about that?
They need to take that medical boot and lock it up. I got the key. I got the keys right here. Lock it away forever.
Guilty. All right, cool. Next case is obviously something that we just touched on now, and I think you don't want to. I want to bring it. I just want to bring it to court and just close it for last time ever, because basically from my perspective, this has gone on too long. Let's talk about what we think. Kanye West blowing, basically self-destructing. I feel he needs help. It's a good thing that he's not on social media, not on Insta or Twitter at the moment, because basically giving some reprieve. He needs a reprieve. He needs to step away. He needs to step back. He needs to know that not all news is good news, and he took that too far this week. So from that perspective, it's good that Twitter and Instagram have taken his account away, and he can't rant like he would normally, especially with the JP Morgan stuff, because we haven't seen anything from him. I think sometimes he makes a situation worse for himself than better. And it's good to kind of, like you say, grab your keys, bro, lock him away for a little while and let him contemplate his actions, because every action has a reaction. And the actions he took last week, basically the reaction that came from that probably was the most detrimental thing for his career ever. So on that note, this is a quick in and out. I'm gonna for Mr. Kanye West, I'm just going to say guilty. You can put the charges on that, bro.
Oh, we taking his social media accounts.
Locked him away.
I got the keys to that. I don't think he don't need no social media, man. He big enough without it.
So. Yeah. Exactly. Like sometimes you just need to step away and just not interact with bad. Sometimes you got to control your inner demons. Not saying that we both have inner demons, but sometimes some people have inner demons that they need to kind of just not vent, because sometimes it comes out really bad, like it did last week, and it wasn't a great look from Kanye at all. Last but not least, this is the funny one. At least we're ending it on a funny one, bro, because this is a funny one. Last but not least. Talking about self-explosion, self-destruction, looks like StockX got their discount code leaked last week. So I'm charging StockX with basically, they are getting rid of a lot of people, making a lot of people upset, reducing their workforce because of what's happening with Nike. And a lot of people seem like they're not happy with StockX from our side, from the commercial side, from a buyer side, from a seller side, and even their employees. So I'm charging StockX with more compassion, with more, I know business is business, and business ain't looking good for you at the moment, but like, you've upset one of your employees that's leaked your discount code. That meant you had to kind of cancel 50,000 plus orders. Stop making your employees unhappy. They are your business. They are your entity. They are your interface. They are they are you basically. So you're basically cutting off your left arm to satisfy your right arm, and your left arm was like, oh no, I'm gonna cut it back up and slap you right in the face. And this is what happened, because you one of your employees must have leaked that discount code, and one of your employees was really upset. And even if it's not one of your employees, even if it was a glitch, how did that glitch happen? Because it looks like it could be somebody from IT, could be somebody from anywhere. So and you know what's really, really interesting, bro? They got discount codes for employees. Doesn't that want you to make you want you to work for StockX, bro?
StockX need to go away, bro. I think it's over. It's time for StockX to just be over.
You reckon?
Yeah.
It seems like the beginning of the end.
Yeah, I think it's time for him to go away. If not go away, just quiet down.
How many controversial things happened to StockX over the last, especially when Nike got involved even more? We've always heard rumors. By the way, these are all rumors and accusations rather than us directly coming from it. And we're gonna talk about something that we talked about midweek as well, because basically let's touch on that slightly. there's a StockX over the years since they first came out have continuously spiraled like a snowball, slowly but surely into bad reputation where people think they sell fakes or people complained about them. Some for just publicity, some rightfully so. And all of a sudden now Nike's got involved and it's got even worse because there's more accusations coming through from Nike. Nike's more reputable, and Nike's a bigger brand, Nike's a bigger platform. And it just feels like since then it's been going downhill, and especially this leak, bro. Like business is not good. Obviously, doesn't seem like it's good because it feels like they're getting rid of employees, they're shutting down stores, they're shutting down not stores, but shutting down. They're getting rid of authenticators. All of that stuff is happening in the background, and people are being upset, so they're doing stuff to kind of hinder StockX. So we know, and I know a lot of people don't mess with StockX anymore. It feels like definitely feels like a downhill spiral. Bro, it might be. I don't know. Out of just the capacity of information, StockX will always be around. But out of like reselling, if Nike have their way, they'll shut down StockX tomorrow.
I'm with it too.
Yes.
I'm with it.
It's interesting. It's StockX. What's the next step? Go collect.
They don't run into the same problems that StockX run into because they're run by bigger companies that have been in business for a lot longer than the guys at StockX.
Yeah. I get that. It's just fascinating to me because basically, it does seem like StockX are on the spiral downwards, and that snowball's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Let's mention the reputation at the moment because like we're in sneaker court and we're still fighting the pros and cons at the moment, or we're still kind of building a case because at this moment in time the public opinion on StockX, and this is the court public opinion, so the public opinion on StockX at the moment isn't great at all, bro, and that was enhanced by the phone call that I had with you midweek, because the phone call I had with you midweek highlighted to me how much their reputation's gone downhill. Because you called me like midweek and you said to me, bro, I think my electric orange are fake. Because when I accidentally ordered it from StockX, because you're trying to get a refund now from StockX, and that's another bad thing, that the customer service is so bad. The fact that you called me to ask to kind of question the legitimacy of your electric orange ones, that just gave me an indication to say, all right, cool. There's so much distrust with that platform for sneakers. And then I had to pull out both of my electric oranges and compare them to your electric oranges because you weren't sure, because one shoe was bigger than the other. The stitching was different. The back panel was different. One had an hourglass, one didn't have an hourglass. And I had to pull out two legit pairs that I have to just showcase to you that, yeah, there is quality issues with the electric orange anyway. But you were so dead certain that they were fake because it came from StockX. That's how much of a decline StockX has had over the years, and it's even more reinforced with Nike going at them as well, massively going at them. And the fact that Nike is stopping resellers, the whole statement that came out this week, and that's all fact to me. From the looks of it, is based, and it's a direct attack on StockX, a massive attack on StockX. This is a declaration of war from Nike to say, we're on your case, we're after you. You're not allowed to sell our sneakers anymore, and that alone should have someone like StockX go collect, and any reseller quaking, because if Nike's coming out with statements like that when they weren't before, it's a direct attack on you and any reseller to say, yo, if you're found to be a reseller, if you're found to doing this bad activity, and at this moment the ground level at this moment is just individual resellers. This whole equation with the statement that they've released this week is going to generate more litigation, more kind of terms and condition, and it's only going to enhance the fact that they're going to start attacking these bigger platforms eventually. And this is the start, and we just talked about this is the start of the end of I believe StockX.
Get them out of here.
And on that note, bro, guilty, StockX, you are guilty for making your employees unhappy. You're guilty of making your consumers unhappy. You're guilty of making your buyers and sellers unhappy. You are guilty of reselling sneakers that Nike don't want. So on that note, bro, what you want to do with them?
I want to close the door on StockX and throw away the keys.
Damn.
That's what I'm going to do personally with StockX. I'm done, bro. Close that door. The keys out of here.
Key.
No more. I'm about to delete the app. God, I'm definitely cutting notifications short because they send me notifications every day, and I never use StockX notifications.
Yeah,
but you know, I use them for information only. So at this point, I can kind of delete the app because if I need to Google something and you know get the information from them, it's gonna pop up on Google anyway. So why do I need the app?
Yeah, exactly, bro.
So yeah, I'm deleting my account, clearing all my information. I'm done, bro.
It's done. It's done out here, bro. It's done.
When resale is too high.
Damn resellers. Order.
When hype beats go too far.
These damn hype beasts. Order in the court. Order.
The back door opens.
Guilty.
It's time for
Order in the court.
the sneaker court of public
Guilty.
opinion.
Hey,
Yeah.
that was an interesting week, bro. Interesting week. There's a lot to that we got through in at 2 hours and 35 minutes. We was planning to do it for less than 2 hours or less 2 hours on the spot, but obviously sometimes you overrun because there's so much news this week, so much interesting news, interesting releases. Full time is crazy, bro. Full time is definitely crazy.
Yeah, man. We going next next week. I want to look at some stuff that we couldn't quite fit into a decent time frame this week. There's a lot going on, a lot of interesting stuff going on that's not going away either. So we're gonna get into some more not necessarily deep dive topics, but it's just a whole lot of stuff, bro. I had to pick and choose my topics in a different way than I ever have before because it was just so, and I knew you was gonna have a lot. So I'm like, yeah, we're gonna have to try to pack it in. So
yeah, I think going forward, our limit is two hours. Like basically, we can't go above 2 hours.
well, we try, but
we try our hardest, guys. As you can see, if you've made it to the end, you can see there's a lot of information this week, a lot of detail, and we were more rapid on our subjects than normal as well because we were going bang.
Hey, save us on watch later, man. Watch later on YouTube watch later is my friend because even when you if you start, because I watch a lot of long form content on YouTube.
Yeah.
So when I start certain podcasts or certain breakdowns or list top tens or whatever type of weird stuff, food shows that I watch on YouTube.
I watches the UFOs in the skies, guys.
No, I don't do the conspiracy content. I can't do that. Not even sneakers conspiracy content. I don't pay attention to. But we do enough speculation on our own for me to be watching conspiracy content.
The build-up of speculation is due to the dedication. Trust me, guys.
But that watch later option is definitely a lifesaver because it keeps it in a list for you, so it don't get lost in your history. Yeah. I know I lose stuff in my history sometimes and never finish it, but if you put it in watch later, it'll be there in the list for you. So please use that watch later option and make sure y'all hitting all the buttons down there at the bottom. Hit all them in the comments, man.
And trust me, guys. We will be. We will be growing. We've been doing it for nearly 40 weeks, like not more than 40 weeks, but this is 39 episode. we are dedicated to make a success of this in terms of just kind of doing this podcast. We love this because basically this is our Sunday afternoon when we record, and it's just fun for us, absolutely fun for us. We would not be doing this if it wasn't fun. But in terms of what we want to do going forwards, in terms of what we want to bring going forwards, it's bringing you guys the entertainment, the focal points, the news, the information, what we think. And it's always great to get some comments from you guys to kind of like tell us what you feel about the subject matters, because obviously it's nice to get some interaction with the guys that listen to this, because it's always like, okay, cool, this is what the general opinion is, because we could take stuff to court of public opinion all the time anyway, and then that's our opinion, but this is what we kind of gauge from the week, because this is what people say and this is what we hear. But it's always important to get some interaction from you guys and kind of have your say. And if you like this whole sneaker reacts that we shoot off reacts that we do on Wednesday, that's for you, that's interactive, because we want you guys to kind of have your say or have your laugh or give you something fresh for the week as well. So yeah, just put your comments down below and just let us know what you think of what we discussed this week, and let us know. We'll bring it. We'll sometimes, if there's any interesting subjects that you, or interesting points of view that you kind of say, we'll bring them up in the podcast next week, and we'll kind of get you to have your say on the subject matters. So it's interesting, guys. Just leave your comment and let us know, and we'll bring it up.
For sure. That's for sure. So
Yep.
participation will not go unnoticed. When we get topics from y'all, we always try to bring them in, especially from the bros. So exactly. That's it, man. Episode 39. We're gonna let y'all go. Appreciate y'all support as usual. Like I said before, y'all leave y'all comments on any of the topics that y'all like, anything that y'all disagree with. We can have a conversation in the DMs on IG. Follow TJ, follow myself, follow all the bros. And we're gonna see y'all next week, man. As TJ always say, great day, great month. We're gonna close out the year on a high note, and hopefully everybody can cop all the sneakers they want for the rest of the year and moving forward. Because all y'all deserve the sneakers that y'all like, man.
And by the way, stop complaining sneakers are sitting. I see you guys complaining about sneakers sitting. Go and get the sneakers that are sitting. Go and get them. Like literally, put them on your feet. They're amazing sneakers. There's so much history behind some of the sneakers. Stop complaining.
Especially the premium sneakers, bro.
Yeah.